Hello, welcome. How are we doing? I'm still on my 9070 XT. I did do a quick poll earlier, and it seemed like we wanted to see Last of Us, so going to be checking that out. I do have FSR 4 overridden from the Adrenaline software. It's not really called an app, is it, on AMD? So we'll be taking a look at that. I'll just do the usual. We'll check, 4K through to 1080p. 1440p will do. Vary the settings between sort of native and upscaling and stuff. We get a just rough idea to how it performs. It'd be interesting. I have obviously completed this game a few times before, but it's actually been a little while. I know we're getting part 2 on PC, I think, beginning of next month, so that, I believe, also actually comes with FSR 4 as well, so might be interesting to see what it's like in this, and we'll obviously be playing through part 2 once that comes out as well, so should be pretty good. Got the overlay up. I'm going to just run through the settings really quick, because it's probably changed some stuff. So I am at 4K here. You can see this is the GPU I'm on, 9070 XT. I don't believe there's actually a full screen mode, is there? But I'm currently... Let's have a look. VSync, I'll switch that off, just because I don't really want that on anyway. Render scale's at 100, so at the moment there's no scaling on. So currently we don't have FSR on or anything. Going to check it out natively just for a little bit, and then we'll switch that on to see if we can tell the difference between the quality. I think everything should be pretty much max. We've got it set to ultra here. I'll just run through the settings really quick. Everything's set to the max here. Yeah, that's all max as well, so ultra. Some of them go to high. So yeah, looks like everything's maxed. I will as well. I think I'll probably start a new game, to be honest. Let's just start afresh. Boom. See how it does. Hello, welcome in. MNNs, yo. I'm alright, how are you? AMSR food, yo. Wasabi, hello. RMF, yo. Appreciate your video on this card. No worries. Prices to normalise. Go for a 5070 Ti. Yeah. I mean, pricing across the board is pretty crazy, isn't it, at the moment?
Tommy, listen to me. He is the
Probably not a bad idea to wait for everything to cool down a bit.
I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay?
Thanks for watching, though. Mario, hello. Zero cool, yo.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
What are you still doing up? It's late.
Crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well as you're coming in.
I do not have the
Try and get as many likes as we can.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday?
Spoiler alert as well, if you haven't played this game. It's a great game. You might want to play it.
You kept complaining about your broken watch. So, figured, You like it?
Honey, this is...
7900 XTX for FPS gaming or 9070. If you already had the XTX, I probably wouldn't bother changing.
Oh, hi.
However, if you were maybe in... probably depends... If you're playing at 1440p in that scenario, probably the 9070 XT. I mean, you're going to be getting FSR 4 straight off the rip, which when it seems like we might be getting it for older GPs, but at the moment it's limited to 9000 series. That 24 gig on the XTX, though, might maybe be useful for you if you're using it, but I think you just said gaming, so... Obviously, you got 16 on this, so I don't really think... Well, for 1440p, that shouldn't be a problem either. Probably depends really on pricing, what the pricing's like where you live. Because there's not really that much between those cards. Ultimately, some games it does better on the XTX. My thoughts on FSR 4 versus DLSS 4. I think DLSS 4 is still slightly better.
Mommy, what time is it?
As you would expect, though, because NVIDIA has sort of been working... I mean, at least that model has been
Hello?
learning for longer, I guess. You would expect it to probably look a little better. I think in some games it's probably... You can't honestly tell. If you're doing it live, honestly don't think you'd be able to tell. If you're doing it side by side, you could probably tell more. But obviously the only other thing, DLSS 4 is in more games, like if we're comparing it as of right now. So I'll play through this opening scene, at the moment at least though. Pretty good FPS so far, and this is, bear in mind, this is native 4K right now. Hell of a lot of VRAM though. Look at this, almost 30 gigs of not VRAM, sorry, just actual system RAM. That's absurdly high. I know this game when it came out had loads of VRAM issues, didn't it? That doesn't look that bad though. Almost 14 hours, it's fairly high, but for 4K that's kind of normal. We'll see what it's like when we get into the base game, because I would guess it's almost definitely going to drop down a little bit, the FPS.
Where the heck are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs
nearby.
of increased aggression, and there seems to be some commotion coming from
What was that?
Frame time looks nice though. Lows look really nice.
Dad?
Let me just check a sec, hang on. Want to just check. Definitely didn't have... Where is the... Okay. Do we have... I thought maybe we would have frame generation. Oh, we do. There is frame generation option. We'll check that out in a little bit. Wanted to check for a sec.
Dad?
Andy, hello. One of Naughty Dog's masterpieces. Yeah, this and Uncharted. Two of my favourite, like, franchises, I guess.
There's his phone.
This is 4K native right now, yeah. I think it might be, so seeing it sort of break 100 here, average of 91. I would guess
Homie.
once we get into the sort of proper story area, it might drop a little bit to maybe more like 70 to 80. I would have a guess of that, because we're seeing it drop a little bit there now, just in this bit. Still not too bad though, considering I am at 4K. You know, I'm more than happy with that above 60.
You are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
I'm going near the door.
Kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
Say FSR native, you mean like native AA? Yeah, I can have a look at that in a sec. Just gonna have a look at it like this first.
Jimmy, stay back! Jimmy, I am warning you. Don't!
Native T. Yeah, I mean you don't really notice the anti-aliasing that much at 4K, to be honest. A lot of the time.
Listen to me. There is something bad going on. We have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on.
But I can check that out in a sec.
Where the hell you been? You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit.
What in there?
You got blood all over you.
It ain't mine. Let's just get out of here.
This ain't half the people in the city lost their minds.
Can we just please go?
Some sort of
The city bit, yeah, that's why I want to hang on a sec and just play through it a little bit, because I know the FPS is almost going to drop a little bit from just being in the house. As we're seeing here, we're dropping under 60 a little bit here.
I'm fine. Can we hear what's on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone, no radio.
I like those lows though. Look at this, 0.1% low of 46.
Shut up.
They say where to go.
Very decent.
They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take 71.
71, that's where I'm headed.
they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. They found this one family all mangled inside their
Tommy.
house. Right. Sorry.
Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they were saying it's just the south. Now they're going on about the east coast, the west coast.
9070 XT, the best value 4K GPU.
This is farm.
I wouldn't really say it was a 4K GPU though, really.
Just made it out.
It's more 1440p. Like, it's solid at 1440p. This is probably the best performance I've seen at 4K, really.
Of course not.
How do you know?
I'd say it's much more targeted towards 1440p.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
You often have to use, you'll have to use upscaling or frame generation and stuff to really get decent FPS at 4K. I think a lot of games with the graphics maxed and not with ray tracing on at 4K can be sort of like 40 FPS really.
Driving, Tommy.
Which isn't terrible, but I'm just assuming most people would want at least 60.
Someone else will come along.
So you need at least sort of like FSR quality or balance really.
Oh, this is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We could just backtrack and...
What the fuck, man? Let's go!
Holy shit. Turn us around.
Oh my god.
Tommy! Tommy!
Holy shit! What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened? Did you see that?
There was spikes in the frame time there.
Turn here, turn here.
No. Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
Is ray tracing on? There isn't really ray tracing in like a normal sense in this game. I think the they have their own version like built into the engine. I forget the settings. I forget which one it is. Is it I think it's these ones down here. Yeah, it's these here. Real-time reflections quality. So it's not like the normal ray traced algorithm, but it's like their own version of it within the engine, if that makes sense. It won't be anywhere near as a hit as like, you know, full like ray tracing on like Cyberpunk or Black Myth Wukong or something like that. It's not. It won't be as of much of a hit.
Daddy? Hey. Hey.
As that. Like that is on right now though, but I can switch that off in a little bit. But it won't be like the 30, 40 FPS hit from what I remember. You know, like when we was playing Black Myth Wukong with full ray tracing, it's like, you know, 40 FPS. That'll hit you for. It won't be like that in this. So hopefully it has dipped FPS a little bit, but I think overall you probably will average above 60. Seeing it here 68, I can maybe reset the lows, reset the
My leg hurts.
metrics. We'll see when we run through the city bit, because that'll probably be the test.
Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Hold on.
It might just about hover around that.
Daddy, I'm scared.
Just keep your eyes closed, honey.
Definitely going to be interesting to see what part 2's like when that comes out. How that's going to run. If it's anything like this when it first released, that's going to be rough.
Just keep looking at me, baby.
New Choice Healing, hello. Welcome back.
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
Then we have to go down one of these side streets. I think it's that one.
Get back! There's too many of them! This way! Through the alley!
And what I'll do is I'll wait. Oh god. I'll wait until we get to the
We're almost there. We're almost there, baby.
next scene.
Keep going. Find a way out of here.
See what the FPS is there, but it looks pretty good. Average of 77 there. Occasional spike in the frame time a little bit, but it's not really noticeable. My only biggest concern is that system RAM. 30 gig. That's almost half of my RAM.
Go! You got Sarah.
That's insanely high.
I will meet you there. Hurry!
VRAM's about 14. So we still have a little bit of room there. Power as well on the GPU still maxed out 330, as we've sort of seen recently. Really heavy on the power. Not really much let up there. Even if you drop the settings and resolution, it still seems to use quite a lot. Mehmet, hello! Right, spoiler alert. Don't say I didn't warn you.
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help. Stop! Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians on the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir.
Yeah, I mean, the 5090 obviously uses way more, but I mean, in terms of the efficiency on this is quite poor. In terms of I can drop down to 1080p in some games, we're still using 330 at 1080p, which is crazy.
Please don't. Oh no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. Listen to me. I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me.
Damn, bruh.
I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. Please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on.
What version 97 XT? Gigabyte Gaming. The fans, I've increased the fans. They're about 60% at the moment, so it's not too bad for 330 watts. Yeah.
The number of confirmed deaths has
If you're really concerned about the power, you can always No. I'm not personally concerned about the power. Like I've got a 5090, so that can use, that uses 580 watts. I'm not concerned about the power. Just sort of demonstrating that it can, the power efficiency on these on this GPU can, I'm just giving that information. It can use quite a lot of power. Like you don't really see much fluctuation in it. It pretty much caps it at 330, which is the highest it can be, and it doesn't fluctuate too much. It pretty much caps out.
The Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all
Wait, isn't this a spoiler? Emmanuel, I said spoiler alert. I said it. I did warn. I mean, to be honest, most of this game is a spoiler alert if you haven't played it. You should play it if you haven't. You should play it. You should play the game, then watch the series, then play part 2, and then watch the part 2 series. Because we're getting part 2, the game on PC, I think. Is it April 4th? It's somewhere early April. And that'll also have FSR 4, so it'll be good to check that out. What I'll do in a sec, I just want to wait until we get out in this open bit in this scene. Have a look at that, and then we'll check out native AA, just because I know people wanted to see that. And then we can check out some FSR 4. See what the quality's like compared between the two. But FPS here isn't really a concern, so we don't even really technically need to switch it on. Purely we'll just do it to have a look at the quality.
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Yeah, you was joking with me. That's alright. I said it because one time I played this, I have completed this on stream probably like 2 or 3 times, but someone was really unhappy because I forget what part it was, but I won't say it in case. But
Ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
I mean, this game, to be fair, has been out for how long?
Assholes, all right?
When did the original come out?
Put hits in, but
I don't know what year that'd have been.
look, I managed.
It's been a while, hasn't it? 12 years, yeah, there you go. So it has been out for a long while.
That's funny.
Let's find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters?
Part 2 is awesome too. It is, yeah. I'll be playing through that once that comes out on PC. I have played it before also, but
We're after him.
it'd be good to see it on PC, how it performs. Hopefully it's a bit better than when this released.
He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now.
Even without having played the game, you know the story. Yeah, you should check the game out though. It's good. Am I streaming on the 9070 XT? No, I'm streaming on a 4060 NVIDIA RTX 4060. I have a separate PC.
The checkpoint's still open.
Only got a few hours left until Kurt.
Right, so this is the bit I was talking about, but it seems pretty good, really. I mean, there are some dips down, but it doesn't really... In that opening scene, I think I saw sort of 58, 59 really at its lowest, but it didn't really hang around that for long. It was mostly in the sort of 70 to 80 area, really, as much as we're seeing here, which is pretty good. This game definitely performs way better than it did when I first played it. That was like proper rough. You'll see it probably come down as I go into this open bit, but overall you're going to get an average of above 60, which is decent.
Look at that. Ration line hasn't opened yet. Must be running low again.
Even these lows too still look really good. Had a bit of stuttering, didn't we, in the cutscenes, but I think overall in the sort of actual gameplay doesn't look too bad. And we've actually seen power. GPU power's coming down a little bit here, not 330 anymore. About 310, 320.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
So that looks pretty good. Let's let me just check on what did we want to see? Native AA. So you can see here my render resolution there was 4K. So we were outputting at 4K, rendering at 4K. If I, where is it? So there is no native AA. Yeah. So we can't do that anyway. Oh, there is. It's under here. I lie. So, anti-aliasing mode here, native AA. It does say 3.1 in this game, but I have got FSR 4 overridden from the Adrenaline software. So, it will look like it's 3.1, but oh, that actually drops my FPS a little bit, no? 63 there, hang on. That looks like that did drop it down a bit, didn't it? Yeah, okay, it did do. So, what's that? Maybe like 6 or 7 FPS. It looks like that's dropped it like straight away. So, you might maybe see it a little bit closer to 60 FPS really if you have that on. Not really too sure that'd be worth it at 4K, to be honest, because I don't really think you can tell the difference in quality between it. That'd definitely be more worth it at 1440p and 1080p for sure.
I got us all new papers. They shouldn't give us any static up there. Just play it cool.
Drive on through.
Is my 4060 the 16 gig version? There isn't a 16 gig version 4060. You mean you're thinking of the 4060 Ti? Mine's just a standard 4060. There isn't a 16 version. That's only the Ti. There's an 8 and 16, but no, it's 8 gig.
Thanks.
Get out of here, go! Close it up! Fireflies! Fucking shoot them! They're running!
Come on, let's get out of here. Go, let's go, come on.
Damn fireflies.
So yeah, might maybe see it dip under 60 a little bit more here. FSR 4. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Yeah, I mean FSR 4, yeah, like you say, it's going to give you better image quality with the FPS here. I'm just saying with native AA, it's probably not worth it because you can't really tell. You're sort of losing FPS for no real visual difference. Whereas with FSR quality, you're gaining FPS, you know? Where this, you're losing FPS and you're not really gaining much because it's only the anti-aliasing. That's different. It's harder to tell really at 4K.
Outside the wall.
CPU cooler, yeah, it's all in the description. My PC.
Cute.
But it's the Leon Lee Galahad Trinity.
Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene? She's been asking around.
Not out on the lash. Whew. It was tempting.
Need with Robert.
You think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you
Sunny weather today. It was freezing though.
No idea where he's hiding.
Pub garden. Whew.
Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right?
Sink a couple of tequila rosé. Whew.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it.
Need more channels testing 9070 XT at 1080p? We will have a look at 1080p. I normally do 4K, 1440p, and then 1080p last.
This is us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been
Yeah, the RAM's very high, isn't it? In this game, I can just have a quick look. Let's see. Hang on, bear me a sec. Just seeing if there's anything else running on my PC. It doesn't appear to be. Maybe give it a quick reset. See if that flushes it out.
signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this.
Y'all take it easy out there.
Let there be light.
Now, actually, it might be interesting. We're near the area where there's spores because
Watch what they throw away down here.
that'll bring my FPS down a lot. Have to finally finish Death Stranding. Nice.
Our backpacks are still here from last time.
Yeah, I never finished that game.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make your shots count.
Why am I testing on a 3-year-old game? It's got FSR 4 support, so
All right, Texas.
it's a good one to have a look at. And I mean, the game overall is, although it's 3 years old, it is still fairly demanding to run, so it's also still valuable to have a look at.
Yes, ma'am.
As you can see here, my RAM. I'm using almost 31 gigs of RAM. I do want to... I can just save it mid-game, because I might just reboot really quick, just to see if it wipes that. In fact, probably could... Can I save it? I can. Let's save it. As you can see, New Game Plus. I did actually play this through a couple of times. Just override one of these. Let's just give it a quick reboot. Just to make sure nothing too weird's going on. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't already. Also consider subscribing to the channel. Try and, I think probably on Monday, I'll definitely on Monday check out Stalker 2 as well, because I know that's fairly, that's a fairly requested game. Let's have a look. What have I got running? Search, what's that? No, there's nothing else really running. I think the game is genuinely just using quite a lot. It does happen. I know when this game first came out, it had a lot of memory leak issues. Maybe there's some issues still there. Out-of-date GPU drivers detected. Well, they're not out of date. What does it mean? Are my GPU drivers out of date? 25 point, what is it? 25.3.1? That's not out of date, is it? Give it a, let's see if it's, maybe just a quick reboot. Yeah, because I did do the shaders. Recompile the shaders. You normally only have to do it once at the start. There we go, 18 gig. Maybe it just needed a restart. Because on that, when I first went live, I'd just done the shaders, so maybe it had caused some issue there. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? 18. I mean, it's still quite high, but not as bad as 30. It might have been, what's the word? Caching something to do with the shaders or something. Maybe just needed to wipe it. Will I do Half-Life 2 RTX? I will do, yeah. Only issue is that comes out on the 18th, I think, which is also the same day as the new Assassin's Creed game, so... Well, the new Assassin's Creed game doesn't come out on the 18th, but I'll be able to play it on the 18th. Because I'm special. That's the only... I can play Ubisoft games early now, which is pretty cool. That's it, though. I can't play anything else early.
Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
But that's cool. So I'll check that on the 18th, probably, and then maybe check Half-Life the day after that. So at the moment, we are seeing it dip down here. Bear in mind, I do still have the FSR native AA on, and that does seem to drop the FPS a little bit. So with that off, you would also probably still just about have 60. I think your overall average will still, as you can see, my average is 60. It's bang on 60. In terms of everything else, VRAM I think is now crept up over 14. So still a little bit of room there. But overall, really impressed actually how this plays. Frame time, look how smooth that looks.
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere.
It's probably the best I've seen, to be honest, recently.
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft Plus, or Steam. I'm in the like partner program for Ubisoft, so that's how I can play it early. They accepted me.
Lady, you must
They
be
looked at my channel and thought, sheesh.
It's all relative.
But I'll get it on Ubisoft because the code they'll give me will be Ubisoft. How do I switch the light on? Is it F? Is it T? It is T. So, I think probably... I can't get back out. Can I get back out here now? Hello? Because you know what I'm going to do now? Let's get some of that FSR 4 on. So, if you've just joined, I'll maybe run through the settings really quick. Currently, just then, I was at 4... Well, I still am at 4K, but I'm rendering at 4K. So, if I come into display here, you can see here my rendered resolution is 4K, so we're at native. Display resolution here, 4K, but I had FSR 3.1 native AA on, so no scaling or anything to help the FPS. And then graphics-wise, I've got everything completely maxed, so you can see here nothing can actually, it can't go up any higher. We've got this all set to ultra. All of these settings here, full resolution, this all ultra, everything else on, image-based lighting on. So graphics-wise, the highest it can be, which is pretty good FPS from what we've seen, considering I've got everything completely maxed. But now I'm going to go into here and actually switch on. So it does say here AMD FSR 3.1, but I have got it overridden in the Adrenaline AMD Adrenaline software. So this is 4, and I'm going to put it to quality here. We can actually change the sharpening as well. Do we? What's normally a good number to have that on? 50? Or do we maybe want it a bit more than that? It definitely can tell the difference between that and the native AA. It seems like that sharpened loads. Maybe 75? Okay, that maybe looks a little better. But bear in mind, we had native AA, they had about 60 to 65, so that's given us sort of a, you know, a good 15 to 20 FPS increase there by switching that FSR on. And it's actually dropped my VRAM straight away to 12 gig as well, so we've dropped about 2 gigs in VRAM. Pretty good. I mean, image quality overall, don't think really you could be able to tell. In a side-by-side issue? What was I trying to say? In a side-by-side image. Might be able to point out some flaws, but in honesty, in real time, I don't think you're able to tell. Between that. I'll play through a little bit like this. See how it goes. Should I get a 5070 Ti or just spend the extra money and get a 5080? In my opinion, I just wouldn't bother with a 5080.
Down through here.
I'd
Think Robert's still got our guns?
because the 5070 Ti, in all honesty, from what I've seen, is really not even that far off the 5080 when I've played. I'd either get a 5090 or get a 5070 Ti. I wouldn't even bother with a 5080.
Well, he always shows up with something. Should keep us busy for a while.
Hold up. Spores.
So this bit might see FPS come down here going into the spore. I remember this being really hard.
Where the hell are all these coming from? Place was
Yeah,
clear.
no, I mean, absolutely. 9070 XT as well, yeah. The question was which between those. The only case I think I'd probably get a 5070 Ti would be if you can't get one of these for like closest to MSRP. If depends where you live, because realistically, some of these models are really expensive, and there's only like £100 difference between this and a 5070 Ti. I think if it's that close, I'd maybe lean more towards the 5070 Ti. But this close to MSRP in that region, like absolutely this. Because that's like daylight robbery.
There's our culprit.
Depends what you're using it for as well, though, too. I think you probably get...
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
I think the DLSS 4 is a nice thing to have. It's available in more games as of right now, so that's what I'm saying. If the price isn't really too different, the more further away this 9070 XT gets from MSRP, it then becomes a harder...
Should be able to fit through.
You know, this at like $1,000 is like is not worth it. At that point, it becomes questionable, in my opinion.
This way.
I know in Europe, there's some going for like 1,100. Like for a 9070 XT, that's too much.
Watch it.
As much as most of the GPUs, they get to a price where I think like the 5070 Ti also over $1,000 is too much. But if you're picking between this and that, and they're both at like $1,000, do you see what I mean? I think you probably would get, if you definitely are looking for to using stuff like upscaling, you're going to have better value at the same price from that, just purely because it's in more games and stuff. If you get what I mean. So I don't know what the pricing is like. If you can get one of these for like $600-700, then absolutely do that. Because the 5070 Ti is probably like $1,000. I think it depends on the scenario there. I've got to shoot this guy now.
Poor bastard.
James Marks, hello. Am I supposed to be able to get through there? Yeah, 1,000. Yeah, I mean, if the 5070 Ti is €1,300, then yeah, absolutely get this. That's like way too much. I forget all the controls on this game. Which way did I come from? Oh. Got lost there. The game is full playable. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? I have played this game before. I got to learn a little bit though of how do we... Here we go. I forget the controls. Choke him out. Imagine going against a zombie in a UFC cage. Choke him out from behind. Rear naked choke. Look at the light coming through there. Look how good that looks. It's dropping my FPS a little bit though. We've got an average of 100, but if I look towards here, it's about 10 FPS less than that. Oh god, I pressed the wrong button. This is bad. This is really bad. Did the zombie just punch me? I thought the zombie would try and bite me, not punch me.
Let's head back into the city.
I pressed F instead of E. I don't think have I ever seen a zombie punch me in this game? Why wouldn't it just bite me? I thought that would be its first instinct, would be to bite, not punch. No loot. FSR 4 does look good, yeah. This is currently at quality at the moment. It looks very good. Thought maybe there'd be a bit of loot. There's some there. Protein bar.
They got infected trying to sneak into the zone.
As much as
Teen Monkey, hello.
Got all these poor bastards wishing they were living on the inside.
Yeah, I mean, with FSR quality here, you won't really notice the difference between this and native. Pretty much indistinguishable. FPS is dropping down a little bit there, though, so you will have a little bit of a range. Realistically, for a majority of the game, at least with FSR quality on, you'll see, I think, 70 to 80.
That's the one thing I love about the
With at 4K with this all maxed. You will get those indoor areas where you'll see 100 a little bit, but in these sort of areas...
That'd be a good idea.
Wow, we're even getting it dipped down to 68. So at native here, you'd be under 60. It's probably the hardest area we've seen so far, actually. All that vegetation and stuff. Looks good, though. Hopefully it looks good on stream. Last of Us 2 coming out on PC next month, I think.
Through here. Cover the entrance.
I got it.
Shut up. Jake, you telling me to shut up? What? Bit much. What? What are you doing? Why are we being shut up, though? People are asking me questions. Do I just sit in silent?
Be a dear, would you?
I'll get it.
It's that plank, isn't it?
Here.
That's another insult. Is it? I don't know if it's specific British insult. I know he was talking about that the other day. You're a plank, mate. You're an absolute plank.
All right.
That could be it. That's a good insult. Upgrade my 5090.
Getting close.
Wait, I want to look at custom. I ain't got that. I'm gonna have to pay 10 grand at this point to get a custom one.
Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
It's clear. Come on.
Dutch guy, hello. Try FSR balance. Yeah, I'll drop it down in a sec. This game looks trash. What? Whoa. Whoa, hold up. Someone's just insulted. I feel personally attacked.
Shut it. Pick up that ammo. I'm sure we'll need it.
Yeah, we're going to need that ammo, aren't we?
Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know he's expecting us.
Do I recommend you go 4K for a 5090 build? God, I don't know. I mean, it's a tough question. I mean, I play on a you know, I've got a 4K monitor. I love 4K, but I mean, you have to try and strike a balance between, can you max everything out at native 4K on a 5090? No. If you wanted to max out ray tracing and everything, you're going to be at like 30 FPS. But I also see it from the point of view of, you've also spent a lot of money. So, like, if you want to make the most of it, then, yeah, you'd want to be at 4K, you know? I've got nothing against the other resolutions, but I don't know. That's a tough one to really give anyone advice, because I don't really think there's a correct answer. Like, I think 1440p to get the FPS is fine. But then you have also, in my opinion, if I'm spending like $2 grand on a GPU, I want to be like going the whole, you know, commit the whole way type thing. I've already committed to the crazy price GPU. I'm going to commit to a 4K screen. You know what I mean? But nothing wrong with 1440p either, though. I personally have a 4K just purely because I can also test all the resolutions, you know? Not that I couldn't test 4K on a 1440p screen, because I could use something like, you know, like, what do you call it? Super sampling. Love my accent, thanks. I don't get that a lot. People say they hate it. Yeah, it's DSR. I don't know what's it called on AMD though. What's the DSR version called on AMD? You know what I mean though.
Back to the wharf.
But you wouldn't actually be outputting at 4K, if you see what I mean. You know, you could scale it to that, but your output resolution of your monitor is still 1440. But it depends, I guess. You might be completely broke by buying the 5090, so in that case you might not be able to get a 4K screen. It's almost like if I get a PS5 Pro, I'm like, I want a 4K OLED TV, do you know what I mean? Because it's like, I want to absolutely go ham to appreciate it. But that's just me personally.
Here we go.
.40p.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying, really. Is like, for me, I don't, even in my personal, when I play, like, personally play games, I don't always necessarily play at 4K. If I'm playing, like, an FPS shooter, I'll drop it down, you know? But because I've got a 4K screen, I can do that. So I can play, like, a story game at 4K, and then if I'm playing Battlefield or whatever, I can drop it down to 1440, and I can play at higher FPS, so it's, you kind of get a mixture of both.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them.
All right, here we go. Should we, whilst I'm here, so I think overall FSR quality, it seems, you know, it looks really good to me. FSR 4 quality, I should say. It looks really good. As we've seen in other games, I really don't see any issue with running like that. I'll drop it down to balance, see if we start noticing any issues with the image. That is currently going to render at a 2256 by 1264, which is a beautiful resolution to read out. Still outputting at 4K, obviously. It's given us maybe another 10 to 15 FPS average there. I've missed that shot. I've missed... Oh my god, I can't even... I need aim trainer. Boom.
Nicely done, Texas.
You too. How the hell did he get all these guys?
You can't visualize above 120 FPS?
Checks. Let's go.
How do you mean? You definitely, in my opinion, I've got a 1080p 240 hertz screen. You can definitely see 240. I can even tell just on Windows. If I see a 60 hertz screen on Windows and then a 240, you can feel the difference even just on Windows. Not even gaming, just moving the mouse on Windows. In my opinion, you can tell the difference between those two. So I can't even imagine what a 500 hertz would be like. Never seen it.
All right, well.
Give me your hand.
Which do I like most between this card versus the 5070 Ti? In terms of what my wallet would say, this probably cost me what, like £300 to £400 less. So seeing upwards of almost 130 here, and honestly I can't tell too much of a difference between FSR quality and FSR balanced. Only really noticing it.
Over here, Joel.
I mean, everything else on the GPU looks fairly similar really. VRAM looks about the same, power looks about the same. Fairly heavy on my CPU as well, actually, 40%. Overall, I mean, I've got a 144 hertz display here, so it's making
How do you know they're coming?
nice use of that.
Died trying to take Tess out. I guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call.
Nice and quiet, Texas.
Let's spread out and make sure no one's creeping around in here.
Oh. Damn, I thought she was going to choke him out, not stab him. Is it just one guy?
Move up. Move up.
2K or 4K? It's, this is 4K at the moment.
I meant to tell you, I was down on Jordan Street, and all these soldiers showed up with a group of about 5 civs. All
You
in
take one out,
handcuffs.
I'll take the other.
How do I pick up? Can I not pick up bricks and chuck them?
Wall and bang, bang, bang. They just executed all of them.
Shit.
Yeah, I hear it's like that all over the city. They're cracking down on them hard.
I got a cousin with him.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Do you think that guy outside will see me?
Who the fuck are you?
Someone's seeing me. Yep, he's seeing me. Oh, God.
There's another one. Over there.
Oh my God.
Can I grab him? Oh.
Let's search the area.
Look at this PC. Do brands really matter for 5070 Ti? Do you just get the cheapest one? I mean, the majority of the variations between brands is going to be... Biggest differences are probably temperatures, and then whether it's overclocked out of the box or not. Those are really the biggest difference. So So I guess it depends how important those things are to you. If those things aren't important to you, then I would just get the absolute cheapest one you can. I wouldn't say any of the models are bad. Just maybe on the more expensive ones, normally are overclocked out the box, which you could do anyway. And then often sometimes the temperatures can be a little bit better. Why? What models are you looking at and what prices? Coil wine. Yeah, I've honestly, I mean, I've had quite a lot of GPUs. I've never had coil wine. And I've had range of GPUs from like really expensive models to like not so expensive models, and it's never been an issue for me, but I'm not sure if it's anything, if it's ever anything you can actually sort of predict in that sense, though. Is there anyone else here? Right, what settings do I check out next as well? Do we go and have a look at performance as well? It's probably worth it whilst we're here before we switch to 1440p. Because I think balanced here looks good. I don't know, you'll have to let me know how that looks on stream. Does it also still look quite good? Nola Talos TV. I'm good, how are you? Building a 9070 XT, nice. Which model? Okay, there's loads of guys in here. This guy's gonna get smacked. Take him behind the...
Cool, man.
behind here.
Take it easy.
Choke him out.
Thank God you're here.
Some brands seem to have it worse than others. Yeah, I mean, like I say though, I can only really talk from personal experience. I've personally, I've had quite a few different brands, and I've honestly never had it. So I couldn't really say from personal experience what brands are like maybe more susceptible to that. But yeah, like you say, realistically, Eddie, it's one of those things where I think any GPU that could happen to. It's like trying to buy a GPU on the basis of you're trying to avoid having to RMA it or something. It's like, realistically, there's no way you can predict that. You could get the most expensive GPU and there could be a fault with it. Like, there's just no, if you know what I mean, there's no way to really get away from that. Damn, that was a shot and a half.
We should have brought more people.
They just slow us down.
FSR is on, yeah, at the moment.
Here, patch yourself up.
Thanks.
Come on, the docks are this way.
Oh yeah, I forget all the controls here. How do we do this? Well, I can't even heal. Why did it say patch myself up? I can't actually even heal, can I? Healing speed. How do I actually use health packs? That's like this. How do I get to it? There we go. What a noob. Without FSR, I can switch it off. I did want to take a look at performance though, but I can switch it off for now. Roundabout, it depends on the area. You're looking at a range of realistically probably 60 to 80. Average at native, depending on where you are. Some dips under 60 in like the most toughest areas. Where is it? Switch this off. Bear in mind though, we still also have native AA on, which is a little bit tougher to run than if you switch that off too. But you're seeing in this bit here, about 70-ish, some dips to 68 we saw. This is probably not a particularly demanding area to run, but out in a sort of area with lots of trees and stuff, it'll be lower. What do I do here? Just pure luck with coil one. Yeah, I mean, I've got insanely lucky because I've never really had it as a problem.
That cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
Is FSR 4 still going to be available on all GPUs, or is... well, at the moment, it's only 9000 AMD series. Is it coming close? As far as I'm aware, no, it won't. It'll just be on... If it gets rolled out to other AMD GPUs, I think it'll still just be that. It won't be... it won't be coming to NVIDIA GPUs or anything. But even then, it's using new AI features, which are only available in the 9000, so I'm kind of curious to see how that they would roll it out to the other GPUs, because they don't have the hardware for it. Unless maybe they just have a slightly worse version of it, potentially, would be how it would work. You'd get the best full version on a 9000 series card, but the others, like a 7000 series card, you might be able to get FSR 4, but I don't think it'll be as good because it just doesn't actually have the AI stuff built in it. Would be my guess. It's a bit like Intel. The stuff runs better on an actual Intel GPU, but it works on everything, if that makes sense. But it's just way better to have it on an Intel to make full use of it. Time will tell, though. FSR 4's coming close to... Yeah, I mean, it's very good. I wouldn't say it's as good as DLSS 4, but it's definitely way better than FSR 3, and it's better than DLSS 3 as well. How did that guy not see me? Get the brick out. How do I chuck stuff, actually? I always try and be stealthy on these, and then it all just goes completely wrong at some point. Take him in the back, choke him out. Right, so I do want to... We'll switch down to 1440p because I know that's going to be a... you know, people are going to want to see that. I do just first want to go back to FSR 4 and just have a look at, say, performance. I just want to see what the quality's like. Because I think quality balanced are fine, but then I think once you start getting to performance and ultra performance, definitely, I do think you can definitely tell here between native and performance. Things start to look a little bit soft in comparison. It's not terrible, but it's definitely better than it used to be. So I'm mostly just trying to keep stuff to quality or balanced. I think you'll probably be fine at performance on this game, to be honest. But you sort of don't gain a huge amount of FPS. You maybe gain 10 FPS while going from balance to performance. I'm not sure if that's really too worth it just for 10 FPS, but... Increase sharpness? Why? What was it on? Did it reset it? We did have it at 75. Yeah, I mean, what? Should I have it at 100? Wasn't sure I wanted it to... Doesn't really make too much difference from 75 to 100. It was already very high. How many more? Is it just... Oh, there's 3 guys in there still. Got nothing to chuck. Definitely, I think even the FSR here, it's not getting any ghosting or any sort of weirdness to the image like that. It looks fine from that perspective. Here's a brick. What am I swapping it for? Oh, I did have something. God damn it.
This is bad. We're being hunted. Fan out.
Oh no, alright, I'm getting the gun out.
What was that? Over there.
Knock knock, who's there?
Keep looking. Over here.
Where do all these people come from? There's only like 2 of them, aren't there? Where is he? Oh!
Look, man.
Finish him! There was ammo over here. It's on FSR 3. No, it is 4. Changed it to FSR 4. It is 4. It is 4. It's showing in the menu 3.1, but I've got it overridden from the Adrenaline software. So it'll say 3.1 here, but it is 4. It doesn't give you any other option, but I am using FSR 4. It's applied in Adrenaline software. I could probably... Can I show you? The only issue is sometimes Adrenaline doesn't open for me when I'm in the middle of a game. That's the only problem. So when I restart, I could show you that it's enabled, but for some reason, Adrenaline for me doesn't open when I'm in a game. I have tried to open it, but it's not opening right now. I'll give it a sec. Sometimes it takes. It's a bit laggy for me for some reason. But yeah, just trust me. This is 4, which you can only enable 4 in games that support 3.1 anyway. So you can see got 3.1 there, at least from Adrenaline software. Outside of that, it has to be modded.
Oh, shit! Get back! Get the fuck back!
We just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about!
When we switch down to 1440p, I'll save it, restart, and I'll try and show you.
Fuck yourself!
He's running.
Robert!
Joel, this way. Come on, he ran in here.
What way? Ah! Oh. What's the verdict in terms of what, FSL 4?
Des. Joel. No hard feelings, right?
None at all.
God damn it!
We missed you.
Look, whatever it is you heard, it ain't true, okay? I just want to
The
say...
guns. You want to tell us where the guns are?
Yeah, sure, but it's complicated. All right. Look, all right, just hear me out on this. I got.
I think FSR looks really good. FSR 4 looks really good.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Quit your squirming.
How about you? What do you think?
I sold him.
Excuse me.
I didn't have much of a choice. I owed someone.
You owed us. I'd say you bet on the wrong horse.
I just need more time. Just, give me.
Do you know if FSR will be available native in the game, or will it always be like FSR 3?
Kill me.
I don't know actually, because It's a similar thing with NVIDIA, isn't it? You have to override it from the drivers, but there are 2 games where you can do it from the game.
Who has our guns?
Is it Cyberpunk and Alan Wake 2? I think you can actually change it in the game menu.
The fireflies.
So I guess the same question could be there too. I'm guessing eventually it will be in the games because
Just go in there.
it makes sense for it to be, doesn't it? It doesn't make sense to keep doing it from the driver. But it'll be a case of probably new games. It'd be interesting to see Last of Us Part 2 because that is coming day 1 with FSR 4. And that'll probably be the first released game with it, I think. I can't think of anything coming out between now and then because that's only like, what, 3-4 weeks away? So it could well be in the menu in that game, hopefully. Because that'd just make it easier to switch on and off, wouldn't it?
You won't have to look very far.
But yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't think any games at the moment have it supported native, like, officially supported in the game menu with AMD. It's all from the driver, isn't it?
Where's Robert?
But it would make sense for it to be. I don't see why they wouldn't do that, because it's an extra step to have to do it from the driver, isn't it?
The guns he gave you, they weren't his to sell. I want them back.
Doesn't work like that, Tess.
The hell it doesn't.
I paid for those guns. You want them back? You're gonna have to earn them.
How many cards are we talking about?
I don't give a damn about ration cards. I need something smuggled out of the city. You do that?
Do make sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. We're 27 likes off 200 likes. It'd be awesome if we could hit that.
Well, I hear the military's been wiping you guys out.
You're right about that.
What codec do I use for streaming? NVENC. NVIDIA NVENC.
I gotta move. What's it gonna be?
I want to see those guns.
Follow me.
I wonder if
Get out of here.
I wonder if that scene actually is still bugged. Do you remember that rain scene where they run in and they're all wet, but it wasn't raining? I wonder if that's still a thing. We're going to find out because I don't think we're too far off. I'm going to just drop it down to ultra performance here as well, quick, before I drop to 1440p, just so we can have a look. I'm actually really impressed, I think, by the performance. That's why I keep thinking, have I maybe not got the graphics maxed? Because when I last played this game, the performance I feel like was absolutely nowhere near this. They've obviously patched the game a few times since, haven't they? But I've got everything set to ultra here. You can't honestly actually increase any of the settings anymore. Got texture, everything set to the max, ultra, full resolution, image-based lighting. You know, nothing can be turned up anymore. We've even got real-time reflections set to the max down here. Definitely huge improvements, I think, to this game compared to when it first came out, because that was really quite bad. So, ultra performance about 140 FPS there. Oh no, it's crashed. No! 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 Oh no! I got the black screen again. No! That's continued my run of one crash. One crash per stream. Although with Cyberpunk we had about 4 or 5, didn't we? Damn it. Alright, you're going to have to give me a sec whilst I... When this happens, I have to reboot my whole PC. Because it just freezes and I can't get out of it. But this does give me an opportunity that I can show you from the driver. I'll show you that I've got FSR 4 enabled. Let me know in the... Let me know in the chat what you think so far of the performance. You think it looks good? My hope is that through Project Amethyst, the cooperation between AMD and Sony more. Get AMD technology. Yeah, that's it. That's kind of historically the only sometimes concern is AMD can be super slow of getting their stuff into games. So we sort of like FSR 3 and Cyberpunk as an example. Like how long that took to get in that game, it took forever. And I hope it's just not a similar thing with 4. Because it's almost like by the time we get it in that game, it's sort of forgotten about a little bit. Right, I'll get the I'm back on Windows. I'm going to have to actually redo. It breaks my stream as well, so if you just give me a sec. It makes the audio go out of sync, so I just have to refresh it. Hang on. Oh, that is a bit. It is annoying, isn't it, when it does crash? It's really small on the screen, isn't it? Hang on. Why is it so small? It shouldn't be. Okay, that's fine. Let's I should be able to show you the adrenaline. I should be able to open it now I'm on Windows, because for some reason when I'm in a game, I just can't open the software. I don't know why. It just never opens. Your overclock is unstable. I don't have an overclock. I mean, it's out the box. I haven't touched it outside of that. Okay, now I can't open AMD Adrenaline again either. Okay, it's opening. It's opening. Okay, so if I go on to, let me find the game. So if I bring that over to this screen, I can't actually see it. Hang on. Oh, it's way too big, isn't it? I'm trying to do this from my second screen. No! How am I going to show you this? Now I've fully lost it. Oh my god, dude, this is a pain. Hang on, it's gone onto my 1080p screen, I think. Hang on. Beauty of doing stuff live. Oh my god, this is... What is happening? Right, let me try and see if I can... All I want to do is show you FSR 4's on. Why is it this difficult? Okay. I'm trying to just... Oh, I can't... Okay. The issue is I can't actually... It's very... Hang on. If I make this really big on my other screen, because at the moment, this is on a window. Yeah, okay, I can show you. This is on a window that I can't see, so... It's on my projected window for my stream, so I can't actually see this. I have to look at my stream. You can see it here. So FSR 4 is enabled and forced here. But if you read here, it's obviously ensure that AMD FSR 3.1 is enabled in-game first. So obviously, as soon as I enable 3.1 in the game, it's then overridden by this here, which is then 4. Just to make sure for you, because I know some people are asking me that it looks like 3.1. Like when I'm playing in the game, it does look like 3.1, but it's not because I've got it overridden. So hopefully that makes more sense. So I will have to... Hang on. Oh, I'm not going to have any audio either. Hang on. Give me 2 seconds. Under Linux, FSR 4 will not work? What do you mean? Okay, right, we're back. Let's fingers crossed it doesn't crash too much. Otherwise, that's going to be a bit of a pain doing that every time. But I'll tell you what I'll do now. It's probably good segue to drop down to 1440p, isn't it? Whilst we restart and stuff, might as well drop it down. So if we come in here, I'll go back to native. So we'll switch that off there. And then we drop it down here, 2.5. Hopefully that doesn't... Okay, that'll make it the overlay really big, but if you give me a sec, make that smaller. And I'll also remember to change it on the text as well. What about football scores today? Anyone watch football? Did Southampton lose? They did, probably, didn't they? I know they were losing 1-0 when I last saw. So, settings at the moment, 2560 by 1440, so that's 1440p. It will be native 1440p at first, so we're just rendering at the same at 100% resolution. I am going to leave native AA just off at first, and then I'll switch that on just because there is a performance difference there. So you can see here render scale is at 100, so we're outputting it at 1440p as well as rendering. Graphics-wise, I'll leave it all to max. So we can see here we've got everything set to ultra still. I do think it probably might be worthwhile at some point testing with just real-time reflections switched off, because that is the kind of equivalent ray tracing in this game. We'll leave that on for now, but then we maybe check that off as well. Question is, where did it save? Where did it save me? My screen looks like Apple. Oh, as in like, yeah, I can't... I'm a little bit OCD. I can't bear a, like, messy... I have to have everything switched off. On my Windows, I literally have everything switched off. I can't stand it. So, look at this FPS here. 150, 140, 150. At 1440p, that's... quite a big difference between 4K, isn't it? I mean, at 4K, we probably... Well, it's doubled our FPS, isn't it? That's actually really impressive. Brought my power down as well, which I'm happy to see that a little bit. 280, 290. So that's going to hopefully be a bit nicer to look at. What else are we looking at? VRAM's not really too different, I don't think. 13.2, that's not massively different, is it? Down a little bit. Even system RAM's only maybe down, what, like 2 or 3? 2.5 gig? It's not a huge difference. Still fairly high. 17.6 gigs of RAM at 1440p is pretty high, isn't it?
They're planning on leaving the city, but they need a scapegoat. They've been trying to rile us up.
Looks like they did.
We're trying to defend ourselves.
City drew, did they? To be fair, Brighton's a hard game though, isn't it?
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Do I think a 5070 can beat a 9070 XT with DLSS4 and frame generation times 4? Yeah, I mean, with multi-frame generation it would beat it, but I mean, that's not... That wouldn't really be really... I wouldn't really class that as beating it because you're comparing it to a GPU that isn't doing multi-frame generation times 4, so it's not really a fair test. Okay, so I do think it probably would definitely benefit a little bit with native AA here in terms of image quality, which I'll switch on in a sec. You will drop... FPS will probably be a little bit lower, but...
That's the way out. The door under the bridge.
Ain't a big fan of these odds.
We can sneak by them, even though I know that's not your style.
Oh yeah, frame generation. I didn't try that, did I? I'll have to... I'll do that when we switch back. We'll try and run through this quick and I'll switch back. I actually completely forgot this game had frame generation. We'll check it at 1440p at least, and then when I switch back to 4K, I'll remind me and I'll have a look at it then. I won't mess around for too long here. Let's check it out with native AA as well, because I think that'll probably look way better at 1440p than it did at 4K. Or you at least notice more of a difference. Where was it? It was here. So we'll probably see FPS come down a little bit with that on. So yeah, you're seeing it there 120, but this looks so much better. This is what I've always said. 1080p 1440p. If you can use FSR native AA, or even DLAA benefit much more at those reses. Where have I got to go?
You picked the wrong day to screw with us.
Did I try fluid motion frames? Not on this yet. Thing is I can't really do it on the stream. You won't be able to see it. You won't see any difference in FPS. I can switch it on, but the FPS will look the same to you. It doesn't record it. Does anyone know which is the best brand to buy? I mean, the Sapphire Nitro Plus is probably, in my opinion, considered one of the best ones. I've currently got a Gigabyte Gaming, and it's fine. It's fine for me. I don't have any issues with that. Really going to come down to how much you want to spend, to be honest. Sapphire Nitro Plus, although it's considered the best, it will cost quite a bit more. Time for a mini schnitzel. What's a schnitzel? Is that like a pretzel? I know the word, but I don't know what it... I probably do know what it looks like, but I can't think of what it looks like.
All right, listen. You don't need to do this.
Good.
XFX. Yeah, I don't really like those GPUs though. They're way too big. I remember I had an XFX once and I couldn't actually fit it in my PC. The length of it. I've never had a Nitro Plus. That's why I'd rather have one of those. Because I hear they're pretty good and I'd actually like to try it out sometime.
All right, listen. Don't need to do this.
Oh, a schnitzel is a piece of battered and breaded meat. Oh, right. I don't think I've ever had that. Definitely heard of it. Oh, is that when you have chicken with, like, cheese? It's almost like a chicken Kiev.
You kill me.
Chicken with batter on it, and then in the between the chicken and the batter, there's like cheese or something. Is that a schnitzel? Could that be a schnitzel? A scallop, yeah. Is it similar to that then? Because that's what I think I'm thinking of. You get like chicken and ham, a scallop or something. Where did that guy go? Damn, bro's running. Last of Us Part 1 is a great game, yeah. It's one of my favourites. Can we chuck him off the edge? He's going over. Oh, damn it. Right, he's dealt with. So, yeah. Native, FSR native AA is going to drop your FPS a little bit. Probably by about 10 FPS here. Dropping our average, but it's going to look a lot better. I personally would rather have it on here at 1440p. Because it starts to look a little bit flat with the default anti-aliasing, so I think it does definitely look better if you switch that on. Overall, it doesn't affect performance really noticeably, so I think I'd probably rather have that on.
The place is right up ahead. Shit, we need to hurry.
Schnitzels without the cheese. Okay, is it a German thing? I mean, it sounds German.
The hell are we
A
supposed
Wiener Schnitz. Definitely heard of that. A Wiener Schnitzel. For some reason, I can hear an American saying that for some reason. I guess to be fair, it's like a pretzel, isn't it? It's like an American thing, but it was like German. I guess when people flooded to America, it was bought over. Same as like hot dog, I guess, or like French fries.
Let her go.
Although they're Belgian.
You're recruiting kind of young, aren't you?
Wiener!
Oh, shit. What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable. I got his help. But I can't come with you.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another...
Still holding hope for a watered down FSR 4 for 7,000. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I was saying earlier. Is, I think maybe that will happen, but it won't be the same version, because I think 7,000 is obviously missing some of the AI stuff that the 9,000 has, so it might, like you say, be a watered down version.
Speaking of which,
It might be better than 3, but not as good as 4 on the 9,000, if that makes sense.
we're not smuggling shit until I see them.
This was the scene where they were all wet, wasn't it? It looks like they fixed it.
I can get patched up. But she's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's
Bullshit,
the
I'm not
best
Ellie.
idea.
with him. How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
Look, just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
Oh, it's Austrian. You know what? I need to...
No more talking.
I've never been to Austria or, like, Switzerland or anything. I need to get there. I've been to quite a few places, but I've never been there.
Now go with him.
Don't take long. And you, stay close.
And I've been to Germany a few times, but I've never been to... I really want to go to Munich or something. I've never been to the south, like, Bavaria area. I want to go there. I could probably smash that all out in one trip, couldn't I? Right. I could cut this story massively short by just doing this. Damn it. It won't let me do it.
Whoa. I heard all the shooting, but what happened?
Firefly.
So, let's put on some FSR 4 now. So, if we... Where is it? Where is it under? So, if I switch this to... We'll put quality on first. Northern Germany is better. Ooh! I've been to Dortmund and I've been to Berlin.
Following you.
Those are two places I've been. So this is with FSR quality now, and hopefully you get a bit more of an average of about 140. I think overall, really impressive performance at 1440p. No complaints. I think even with FSR quality, you won't even be able to notice the difference between this and even native AA on, where we had about 20 to 30 FPS less. I honestly don't even think you'd be able to tell the difference between those two.
Keep up.
I am.
Is this native or YouTube is showing it blurry? At the moment, this is FSR quality. No. At the moment, this is FSR quality. Could you maybe be on 720p or something on YouTube? Sometimes it autos to that. You might be on a low res on YouTube. Hamburg. Yeah, I feel that's pretty good as well, actually. I've never been there, though. That's quite far up north, isn't it?
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
How close is Hamburg to... Well, it'll be bordering. Is it Denmark? Obviously, Germany borders Netherlands as well. How far on a train would it be from the Netherlands to Hamburg?
This tunnel, you use it to smuggle things?
Yep,
Like illegal things?
sometimes.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first. What's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know.
Seeing upwards of almost, well, 170, 180 here. So indoor areas, I think you'd be able to
Your friends
push that kind of FPS, and then outside in some of those high vegetation areas, probably be like maybe 130.
I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
People just don't understand the YouTube, can't show real quality of it. Yeah, it's impossible to publish anything online without some quality being lost, obviously.
Fireflies, is that it?
That's, that will always happen, especially on a stream.
One of the best
Hopefully the quality's pretty good. But yeah, because of the compression and everything,
two shits what you're up to.
there's no way to ever really do it, as in you can see exactly what I see, but maybe one day it'll be, like, insane. A few hours from Netherlands. Yeah, normally trains are pretty good.
What are you doing?
Trains in Germany are definitely better than trains in England.
Well, what am I supposed
And you get the... Wait, you got the double-decker trains. I know they got those in the Netherlands. Have you got the double-decker ones in Germany as well?
Your watch is broken. You mumble in your sleep. I hate bad dreams.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I've never been this close. It's the outside. Look how dark it is.
Temp of the card. No, these...
Can't be any
I mean,
worse.
at the moment, memory junction's 82, hotspot 77. These are all fairly fine temperatures for those.
What on earth do the fireflies want?
Fairly average.
Hey.
I've not had any issues personally.
Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it. I saw the merchandise. It's a lot. Wanna do this?
5 hours with one hot train from Amsterdam to Hamburg. Wow, that's quite a long time. I could get to Manchester from where I am in 4 hours, I think, on the train. But it goes quick. It's like a cross country. It doesn't stop that much. Or actually, it goes via Birmingham, I think. From Southampton to Birmingham to Manchester. It does stop in between those, though.
Think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling?
Last of Us Part 2 have 3.1.
We weren't their first choice. Or the second.
Yeah, it'll just be 4.
Beggars can't be choosers.
It'll be 4 for 9000 series, and it'll be 3.1 for everyone else,
Someone will be around.
I would guess. Let's drop this down a little bit as well. Should we go to? Let's go to balance now. Have a look at it at that. It's going to be. This is a sort of dark mission, so it might be a little hard to tell, to be honest. What's that? Oh, I got to turn this on. No.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
It'd be faster and cheaper to take a direct flight from Manchester to... from Manchester to London, probably not. Like, I mean, it maybe would be cheaper if you pre-booked it loads in advance, but it would take longer to fly, probably, because of all the faffing of, like, the airport and stuff. The train from Manchester to London isn't that bad. That wouldn't take too long. I'm not in London, though. I'm near Southampton, like, right in the south. But with all the faffing of, like, getting to the airport and stuff from Manchester to London, it probably would actually be quicker to just get on a train.
Hold up. There's a patrol up
At least for me to fly from Southampton to Manchester, that would probably be more expensive just because there's not that many flights that go from Southampton now.
Good. Come on up.
So the flights you can catch are like more expensive.
Come on, kid.
Because I used to be able to fly. You could fly from Southampton to Amsterdam for like
Step.
70 quid. And then when COVID hit, they lost all their flights there. And then after that, it was like 200 quid. So you might as well just go to Gatwick.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I wouldn't get a train. I wouldn't get a train from, I wouldn't get a train from London to Hamburg. I would fly, yeah, definitely. I meant more of like, I'm in Amsterdam quite a lot and in the Netherlands quite a lot, and it's not that far, so I just wondered how long a train would take. If I was like already there, if you see what I mean, I could do a trip.
Up this way.
Don't do anything stupid.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees.
Be my hello.
You scan him, I'll call it in.
Put your hands on your head.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way.
Right, we'll have to make sure to switch frame generation on in a sec as well.
Tired of this shit. What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
Fuck. I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Schiphol's big airport, yeah, nice, huge, isn't it? I always get lost there. And also, it mixes... Doesn't Schiphol, it mixes the people coming in and going out. Or at least, when I last flew there, I was walking into the people that were coming into the terminal. There's not like a... There's not a...
You better explain.
separation between them, so I was just so lost because I was like, how do I get out of here?
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop.
It's an absolute maze, and there's so many shops. It all looks the same.
I ain't buying it.
We're in Amsterdam. Yeah, I'm in Amsterdam like a fair amount because I have friends that live there.
Run! Go! Move!
And it's like a really short flight from England, you know? You can do it in a weekend, really.
Holy shit!
I got 2 dead uniforms. I repeat, I got... Follow me. Quickly.
Let's have a look and drop it down. I'm not really seeing any issues between quality and balanced, to be honest. Can't really tell the difference between those two. Don't know whether it's a little bit harder to tell because it's sort of night time, so it might not be as easy to tell. I'll switch it down to ultra performance. I do definitely think you can start to tell here, because you're seeing it sort of just everything looks a little softer. So everything on here, we have got it still set to 100% sharpening, so that is completely maxed. But you're seeing it in like the kind of the lighting here, especially sort of textures and stuff start to look a little flat, and not really seeing an increase of FPS, but I'm not really so sure it's worth the drop in FPS really. Definitely better, going to be better than 3. Not, I wouldn't say you got any specific image issues, like there's no ghosting or anything, but only confusing if you're baked or if you're not, which always I've been to Amsterdam loads, and I've never actually done that in Amsterdam. Never done it.
Must have gotten through. Check the trenches. Just stay back.
I'm always there for quite short durations, and always just, it's normally like a night out.
Keep scanning. Stay down, don't let him see you.
Come on, kid.
In like a rave. How do I switch, oh, that's it. Enjoy the live stream gameplays. Thanks, I appreciate it. 9070 XT or 5080? What resolution? I mean, I wouldn't really advise 5080. It's too expensive, in my opinion. But if you want to play at 4K, I'd say 5090. Realistically, if you could get a Founders Edition 5090, you're only probably looking at maybe £300. I don't know what country you're in, but in England, you could probably get a Founders Edition 5090 for maybe £300 to £400 more than like a custom 5080.
You see anything?
Clear back here. Have a look up ahead.
So far, so good.
What's going on here? Is there a stream tomorrow? I'm not sure. Possibly, but if not, I'll be back Monday and probably try and do Stalker 2, because I know I get a lot of requests for that one. I might try and watch football tomorrow, so I don't know, it depends. I'll put the stream up and I'll schedule it if I am. It's probably unlikely I'll be on. I'll see though. If not, I'll do Stalker 2 on Monday, and then potentially hoping I can get the code Assassin's Creed, the new Assassin's Creed game on Tuesday.
I hear him up ahead.
It's gotta be those fucking fireflies down here. We'll be done with them soon enough.
GPU power, yeah, GPU power is way down, isn't it? What are we at? 220 here, so... Oh, even there's 168 there. So you're looking at maybe like 100 watts less ultra performance compared to what we had at native.
Hold up.
Shit, stay.
That's quite a big difference.
Go.
Let the clickers get.
How many people are up here? Is it just the one guy? Oh, I don't even know if I can get to him. Before we switch to 1080p though, might be worth going back to quality and check frame generation on it as well, because I didn't see that at 4K, did I? So if we switch it back to quality for now, play through a little bit and see. I don't know what frame generation's like in this game. Like, does it cause any image related issues? I mean, we're going to find out. So I've got it set to quality here, FSR quality, so FSR 4 quality with frame generation on. All the graphics still max. Oh my god, look at the FPS here. 250 FPS. Holy smokes. 280. 300. Oh my god, it hit 299. No. Don't do it to me. There it is. There it is. 300. Or we just do this. Look at that. 300. It can be done. Get your 1440p 360 hertz monitors out.
Down there.
Come on, Ellie.
See what the average is. Probably realistically more like 230, 240 by the looks of it. Oh, it's dipping down even under 200 here, so it's quite a big range.
Come on up, Joel.
I'm coming.
Overall, I was seeing GPU usage fluctuating a little bit. It's at 100% at the moment, but it was 94% a second ago.
How are we supposed to get past them?
So that is pretty nuts. 200 FPS.
How's it look?
All the graphics still maxed.
Oh, man.
Frame time looks pretty good as well. I think overall image-wise looks fine as well. Can't really tell too much difference.
They're in here with us. See if you can distract them.
I remember never being able to do this bit stealthily. I always get caught. Try it at 4K. Yeah, I will do. I'll have a look. I have, bear in mind, got FSR quality on here, so this is technically not native, but I can switch that off. I might even just try to fully sneak. Because I always try and choke one out, but...
Some more lights.
That guy up top's going to see, isn't he?
Up there.
Easy. Yeah, still looks pretty good. How's it looking on the stream?
Are they gonna follow us down here?
We ain't sticking around to find out.
Stay low. Keep quiet.
That was too damn close, Tess. You better be ready. Tess, you got any idea which way?
So different.
I think in terms of... Can't tell any latency either, so we are seeing the usage, though, drop down, like I was saying, at 90% here.
Stay close.
Does seem to drop my GPU usage.
At least we're out of the rain.
But latency and stuff, not really got any issue like that.
Think we can squeeze through here.
Looks good, looks great, nice.
Shit. I got more soldiers.
Target's still on the loose, sir. Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
This is amazing you're streaming and also having IFS. Well, I'm actually I have a stream PC. I'm not streaming off the same PC. So the GPU isn't having any performance hit from the stream. Which way to go? Trying to think what this game was like with
They're still around.
I think it was always quite good with upscaling. I don't think it was ever too
Joel, see if there's anything.
too bad in terms of quality, even before.
Tess, up through here through this pipe. I think we can make it through here.
So I'll tell you what I'll do is switch FSR quality off, so just have frame generation and see how it does with that. We switch that off there, so you can see I'm now at native 1440p, but I've got frame generation on, so we'll see how it does with that.
Stay very close, Ellie.
Wow, still Still very high FPS. Still got native AA on as well, so pretty much about 200 here. What CPU do I use? 9800 X3D.
There you go.
Why? Who cares for frame generation? Just testing it, just seeing what it can do.
What was the plan? Let's say that we
It's good to compare it with, you know, on and off. See the difference between the two.
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
It's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
What if it's true?
I can't...
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far.
Is ray tracing on? It is, but it's not.
What is out there?
It's not like normal conventional ray tracing. It has real-time reflections built into the game engine. It's not like traditional, the same as like, you know, say for example, ray tracing in Cyberpunk. It's not the same. It's like their own version of it. It's nowhere near as demanding.
If we cut through downtown, we can hit the Capitol building.
If that makes sense.
We hope.
Because that is actually one of the tests I did want to do, so we can maybe have a look at that now, seeming as that's been mentioned. So I'll go back to 1440p native. You can see my FPS here goes down to about 80, 85. Seeing it almost up about 90 there. If we'll come back in here and I can maybe switch all of those real-time reflections off. So it's only these two settings here. So you can see real-time reflections. It's like their own version of it, like I say, but it's not going to be anywhere near as demanding as like Cyberpunk ray tracing, like you're seeing here. Look, pretty much not really. Maybe at worst like 5 FPS or something it'll hit you for. It's really not going to be anything crazy. Whereas you're comparing that to ray tracing and say like Cyberpunk, it's like 30 FPS. So it's it tries to mimic it in a similar way, but it's not the same thing essentially as like what you would normally consider ray tracing. It's going to even be hard to tell here graphically because it's quite dark and there's not really too much light source really going on.
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away though.
Are we safe?
For now. Come on.
So I'm personally more than happy to leave that on really. Where are we? We're in Boston, aren't we?
There's the Capitol building.
Yeah. We need to get around this mess.
Amazing content. King, thanks.
This is the downtown area?
It was. Now it's a giant wasteland.
So I'll switch that back on for now. Before we go to 1080p, I do want to also check frame generation at 4K because I did miss that. Let's switch those back on. Switch those back on and let's I'll hop back to 4K before we drop it back down to 1080p. If I go 4K here, so go 340 by 2160, which is 4K. It's asking me to wait, so I guess it's maybe loading. So you can see here, 340 by 2160. Not got. We've still got 3.1 native AA on, but there's no scaling or anything, so that is native 4K. That does drop my FPS down to about, what we've got, 66 here Pretty much in this area, I'm going to realistically average around about 60, 65.
Over here.
I should also briefly change that on screen actually as well, shouldn't I? So I don't confuse people. Did I order my dinner yet? No, I don't really order. I don't order food.
Hey, Tess.
Coming.
But I got a pasta. Pasta bake. Smash down a family-sized pasta bake. That's all I need. So that's that with that. I do want to check frame generation. Just so if we do just frame generation, it should really still be okay with the latency because we are at 60 FPS there. So in theory, it should not be noticeable. It doesn't feel like it is. Getting about 100, which is pretty good. Not quite doubled the FPS, but it's not bad. Right, why, Treble Chump, what are you having for dinner? Beer. You having a liquid... Not a liquid lunch, but a liquid dinner. Oh, dude, I've just gone back the way I've came. What the hell? Look at our VRAM here, though. 15 gig. It's definitely getting close. Wait, where am I? I'm completely lost here. I'm lost again. Is there a door? There is a door in here. I've just gone round in circles.
It's been ripped apart. Body's pretty fresh.
Is that bad?
Yeah, it might be. Let's not stick around.
Is my GPU under load? Not sure. Are you asking me that or? I mean, the load on the GPU you can see in the top left, 100, well, 99% now. But yeah, it's pretty much maxed out. Well, 99%. I'd consider 99% maxed out.
Another one. Shit.
Looks like these guys died waiting for...
Definitely noticing a little bit more stuttering in that frame time. You can see the lows don't look as good with frame generation on as with frame generation. It looks better with frame generation off. Seems to give me some quite large spikes in frame time. He asked if it was loud. Oh no. The question I'm looking at is your GPU loud? Sorry. Is it loud, Brev? Brev. I get asked this a lot, but I honestly don't even know how to answer that. Do I think it's loud? No. But like, is it loud in terms of like if I measured it in decibels? I don't know. I don't have anything to measure that with. What would you consider loud? For me personally, it's not. No. But I think I said it yesterday. It's hard to answer because some people think the quietest thing is loud, in my opinion. So it's like, it's hard to... Some people think hearing any fans at all is loud, but in my opinion it's not. So it's like, how do I... Can I hear the fans? Yeah. But is it loud? Not in my opinion.
Building feels like it's about to fall.
Pretty much average with like every other GPU, in my opinion. I wouldn't say it's really louder or quieter than any other GPU.
Watch your head.
I think it wants to know if it has coil wine. No, it doesn't have coil wine.
Totally cool. Everything is totally cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's always a little bit of a difficult one to answer, really, because I sometimes you see videos online of people saying their GPU's really loud and it's recorded the sound, but I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound that bad. So, and unless only way to really know would be to measure it, obviously, in like decibels, but I don't have any tool to be able to measure that.
You alright?
To like actually get a like real figure.
Let's search for supplies.
But yeah, realistically, I wouldn't say it's very similar to like most of my other GPUs. Really, I wouldn't say it's like any quieter or any louder. I don't really know. I know some of my older Founders Edition NVIDIA GPUs could be quite loud. I remember thinking the like 3080 Founders Edition that I had was quite loud if you max the fans out. Some of those GPUs could be quite loud. But I always have headphones on as well, so it makes it... It's never really too easy to tell, to be honest, because the game's always much louder than what I can actually hear. So maybe if you weren't wearing headphones, it would probably be more of an issue, but I don't really... I have headphones on a majority of the time, so I never really be able to... Especially when I'm gaming, I can never really tell.
Let's get the hell out of here.
You hear that running around? What is that? It's one of those big boys. Which 9070 XT is it? Gigabyte Gaming. 88 degrees is safe for memory junction. Yeah, it's fine. But I do have the fire brigade on speed dial though. They're on call.
Up there. Look.
Yeesh.
Just see if there's a way through.
You just got a 7900 XT refurbished. Nice. How much?
Come on, Ellie.
All right, kid, you're up.
Would I consider this card a true 4K card? No. No, realistically, most games, if you max settings out at 4K native, no scaling or anything, you're realistically probably going to be... In newer games, you'll be 30 to 40 FPS, like, more regularly. This game's not too bad. You should be over 60 at 4K. But it's a bit older. It's going to vary game to game, but I'd say overall, it's more a 1440p situation. It's like a more balanced experience. Where most games you'll be at 60, which I would consider the standard, really. If in most games at that res the GPU is doing 40 FPS, then I wouldn't consider that a true, like, 4K. If it's at 60, I'd consider it more. So yeah, 1440p more. How do I switch to the, there we go. I think, can I not stab this one? I think I can, right? Damn, I should try and actually craft some of these because there's more resources there. Damn it. Is 780 USD a good price for a 9070? How much is that in pounds? Yes, I would say that seems like a very good price.
I think that's it. Ellie, you okay?
Can it run Monster Hunter World smoothly, though, without any upscale or frame generation at, what, 4K?
Let's go.
Oh, the game's crashed again.
The stairwell's blocked.
Oh, no, it hasn't.
Should we go back?
That looked close, though, didn't it? Oh, no, it has crashed. I've got the AMD software detected that a driver timeout has occurred. It has crashed. Look. Do you see? This is what I'm dealing with. This is the error I'm getting, but the game's still running. What do? Do I press... Do I just ignore? Do I just leave it on my screen? Wait, what happens if I just leave it? What the hell? I can still play. How does that make sense? It's saying that it's timed out, but I can still play. Wait, let me save it. I'll save it, and then I'll try and escape out of that on the screen. What do I... Let's save it over that. Leave it... Yeah, I can't leave it on the screen like that, though. But if it's timed out, how am I still playing? I don't get that. We're good. Yeah, but I'll have to leave that on the screen.
Come on.
I need to get rid of it. I'll have to... No, I'm going to have to just quit it. I'm going to have to... I'm just going to close it. Okay. Oh, no, we're fine. I think we're fine. How weird. It did look like it crashed, didn't it? Because it fully froze. I'm just going to keep playing. I'm going to pretend nothing happened. But it does mean it might maybe crash again in like maybe 5-10 minutes.
Come on, Ellie. Yeah. Don't look down. Just don't look down. You're okay. We got a way through.
Because normally when I get that timeout, it just gives me a black screen and I have to start. Like I have to restart. I don't think I've ever had it where it's timed out, but it's like the game's actually not crashed. Kind of a weird situation. Normally it does just need to fully close. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I do want to have a look at 1080p. So we're at 4K at the moment. Do want to just briefly have a look at 1080p because I know I said I would have a look. So if I'm going to switch frame generation off. We'll go back to just native, no scaling or frame generation. I'll drop it down. If I go onto display, where is it? And I'll drop it down here. So where is it? There it is, 1920 by 1080. If I apply that, oh god, hang on. Huge overlay. Try and sort that out. So you can see it here. Render resolution's 1080 as well as my output resolution is 1080, so there's no scaling. 100% render scale. I do still have... I'm going to switch native AA just off at first. I will switch that on because it will almost definitely look better at... Oh, there we go. The game's crashed. All right, it's good we probably just got rid of that now, just because I think it was due. It was going to crash at some point in the next like 10 minutes. It should crash later, I guess. Yeah, well, it just did. I should have probably after that time. I should have realistically just reset the game. Really, probably. Also, I'll change it on the screen. Hang on. So if let's run through the settings again, just really quick. So 1080p, 1920 by 1080, no scaling or frame generation, that's off. And then graphics wise, just everything maxed out, so we've still got everything set to ultra here. Settings can't be turned up anymore. Screen space reflections. So we'll have a look at that. We did save it, didn't we? So the freeze was the crash. The pop-up was asking if you wanted to report. Yeah, no, but my point is normally So when it happened earlier and in other games, it'll give me that error, but I'll just have a black screen so the game fully stops. If that makes sense, is what normally happens. In the last sort of couple of days, that's what's happened. It seemed to almost driver crash, but yeah, it seemed to almost recover. I just haven't actually seen that before like that. It seemed to recover in time, but then it just crashed again anyway. So.
You're okay. We got a way through.
Unlucky Domino, hello though. You're gonna get absolutely smashed about by Madrid. Holy. Sheesh. They're gonna break that 7-0 Arsenal record. It's gonna be 8-0 Madrid. I can pray at least as a Tottenham fan. So 1080p here. Looking at about average, what, 150 there? 160. Pretty decent. Power's definitely down. It's still, you know, it's still quite high, but it's definitely not the 330 anymore, which is good. So I absolutely do not want to be using 330 watts at 1080p. Wait, how do I do this? What weapon? Oh, like that. What speed RAM am I using? 6,000. I've done any stability testing. I did test the RAM, yeah, when I reset Windows I did test it and it seemed fine, so I've not changed anything since then. Doesn't happen to me in every game either. I've had crashing in quite a few games, but no crashing in Monster Hunter Wilds. I didn't have a single crash in that game. Had crashing in Cyberpunk, Black Myth Wukong, Spider-Man 2 crashed for me as well. GTA though, GTA and Monster Hunter Wilds, I didn't have any crash. I don't know though. I mean, maybe it could be RAM, but I could maybe test it again, but it seemed fine when I last looked. And it's the same RAM, nothing's changed. And I'm pretty sure 6,000. AM5's pretty good with that speed, isn't it? I think that's pretty, that's alright for it. So it definitely looks pretty decent at 1080p, really. I don't think you're going to have any issues playing like that. If you do want really high FPS, I know I did get some people requesting 1080p earlier. Here it is, at least. I mean, with FSR quality and stuff. Well, actually, I'll tell you what I'll do now is switch native AA on, because you will lose a little bit of performance with that. It will look better at 1080p, though, but you will lose a little bit of performance. At like maybe 10, 15 FPS, but look, you can see straight away it looks so much better. Definitely would recommend using that, native AA. Where's this guy going? Would I say that it's worth buying? If you can get it closest to MSRP, I think it's worth it. Yeah, I definitely think it's not. It becomes way less worth it when it starts getting close to like 1,000. I think it's absolutely not worth it at that. in terms of pounds at least. I know if you can get it for like £600, maybe £700 here, I think that's not too bad. If it starts to get to like 1,000, I know in Europe there's some for like over €1,000, which is that's too much. I think it's definitely not worth it at that price, but to be honest, any GPU like that, like even 5070 Ti at like 1,200 or whatever, it's not worth it either.
Damn it.
How do I hit him with the, can I just hit him with the, there we go. Try and save the ammo.
Come on up.
I'm impressed, Joel.
Let's just get out of here. All right, Tess, go.
All right, hold on.
All right.
See? Doing all right? Found this for you.
Thank you.
What was it? Alright, let's have a look at FSR 4 now as well. Try and, won't spend too long on 1080p, because we'll switch back to 4K maybe, because it can handle it pretty well at 4K, to be honest. If I come in here, we'll go... So it will show us 3.1 here, but like as I showed earlier in the stream, I've got it overridden in the Adrenaline software, so we are using FSR 4. Set it to quality here. Should still look pretty good at 1080p, hopefully. It's going to probably look a little worse on this screen because this is a 4K screen. So it would like look a little bit better on a 1080p screen, but...
Get through here.
Down we go.
I do have the Gigabyte Gaming, yeah. It's pretty good. I've had a few Gigabyte Gaming cards before. I've never had any issues. Noticing it maybe the... You see this sort of geometry? It's almost like it's shimmering a little bit on the... Don't know how easy that would be to see on the stream. Definitely on the grass, maybe. From the light. How long's pasta bake in the oven? Put it in the microwave. Who's that woman? Did you ever hear that? That chef, what's her name? Did you ever hear her call it that? Microwave. Yeah, smash a bag of cheese on it in the microwave. Boom. Gains with a Z.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Nigella Lawson, that's it. Put it in the microwave. That's crazy, that. That is crazy. That's got to be rage bait. There's no way anyone's calling it that. Whoa! Hang on. I've not even been looking at my overlay. Look at my CPU. 80% CPU usage. 120 watts. Where have I got my 4900K in? What's happened? Holy smokes. That's the highest I've ever seen. This game wrecks it at 1080. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's the most power I've seen this CPU use. Most usage as well. 80%. Absolutely destroying it.
Through here.
Could be FSR on as well, is maybe making it even more CPU bound. But I'm looking at my GPU usage. Look, 91%, not 80%. It's not even maxing the GPU out.
Tess, down here.
This is FSR 4, yeah.
They're from the quarantine zone.
See? They're not our guys.
Should try 97 XT. I can do maybe sometime. I don't know if I could fit this GPU in that PC, though. I'd have to fully switch the boards over. Wasn't I going to do... Game goes on, hello. I was, yeah, but I did a poll, and then this game got voted the highest. So I'll look at Stalker till Monday, maybe. I thought it might be cool to have a look at FSR 4 too, so yeah, probably do Stalker 2 on Monday. Where do I go in here? Where did I come from? Where did I come from? Where did I go? What's the next line of that? Something Cotton Eye Joe.
Over there, see him?
Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe.
Cover almost out. Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the rear. Ellie, no matter what.
Absolute banger.
Sure. You stay sharp.
I got it.
Yeah, I can up the resolution in a sec. I just wanted to check out some performance at 1080p because I did get some requests for that. Death Stranding 2. It looked really good. Only issue is I never really played Death Stranding 1 that much. I probably maybe played it for 4 or 5 hours or something. I am going to play 2, but I just don't know how much I'll appreciate the game because I've never completed it. Dude, I'm just fully sending this. Need a brick. I need a brick. It's out through there, isn't it? I make it look easy. That noise is terrifying. Do I prefer that or Sweet Caroline? Well, Cotton Eye Joe is the like pre-drinks, getting you absolutely pumped, and then Sweet Caroline is like end of the night when you're crying, you know, crying with the lads. You know, you're linked at the shoulders in a circle. That's a Sweet Caroline.
Everyone okay?
Yes. Let's move.
You guys are pretty good at this stuff.
It's called luck. And it is gonna run out.
Am I a Manchester United fan? Whoa! Whoa! How dare you? No, I'm not. I'm a Tottenham fan. One of my top favourite games? Probably this. This is up there. This and the Uncharted series, just in general, are up there. Those two series. Then probably... Does it have to be specific games or just the franchises in general? Like Battlefield franchise, more so like Battlefield 3 and 4 and 1, maybe. I don't know which I prefer like out of those though.
Let's see what we can find.
Then what else? It's hard because I used to play quite different... Oh god. I used to play quite different games when I was younger. I used to love Gears of War loads, but I just haven't really played it in a long time. But I used to play it loads. If you'd have asked me 15 years ago, I'd have probably said Gears of War would be in there. But it's just I've not played it in forever. I know they're doing a new one, though, so... That game would probably re-enter that. Oh, I've absolutely screwed this up. No, no. I went to grab him, not go on that. Oh my god, this is bad. How have I fumbled this? I haven't fumbled this at all. Who's seeing me? Nope. Oh god. Punch him! 1, 2, 1, 2. Question is, have you ever knocked out a zombie with your bare hands? He has now.
Here we go.
Anthony left. Yeah, he's scoring goals, isn't he, now? I mean, same with Rashford as well. He's been doing all right, hasn't he? LeBron James or Michael Jordan? I don't really know if I've ever thought about it. Maybe Michael Jordan. I feel like he's like more... I don't know what the word is. Isn't he more like legendary? I don't really follow that in general, though. Like, I don't really follow basketball. So I couldn't really tell, like, who's the better athlete? I honestly wouldn't know if I'd be able to tell you, because I don't know enough about... I know, obviously, those people, but I don't know enough about, like, how they play or whatever, if that makes sense. In terms of them as actual athletes, I don't know, because I don't know if I've ever really watched them play. What's that right winger called in Tottenham? Kulusevski. He's the Swedish. He's really good. Yeah, he's good. He's been injured, though, recently. As with, like, every other Tottenham player.
I don't hear anything.
Okay, double time.
I know.
Okay, that's good, go.
You got something on your shoe. Gross.
Right, let's drop the... actually, let's first try with frame generation. Let's do that, because we haven't seen that yet. And then, yeah, I will switch back to 4K after that. I just want to check this one out quick. So I'll switch frame generation on here. Still have it set to FSR quality, FSR 4. Frames will be obviously pretty nuts at 1080p here. Look at that, 370.
Let's find out.
But I think the usage, though, we are missing out on a fair bit of performance here. 86% GPU usage. I don't think we're going to see that maxed out.
Well, that's what she believes. Well, how were you bitten? I mean, you must have been somewhere you shouldn't to find an infected in the zone. Yeah, I'd sneak out.
Let's upgrade this.
I was in this military boarding school. You'd sneak out? You know,
Fire rate.
explore the city. I was in the mall when I ran into infected. That place is completely off limits. How the hell did you get in there?
Does anyone notice input lag of ghosting frame generation in this game or just in general?
What you guys call runners bit me, and that was that. I see. Were you with Marlene when you were bitten? No. I went to her for help afterwards. Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't shoot.
Have you seen... When are Man United building that new stadium?
She's all right.
When's that going to
I
happen?
told you. She's gonna be fine.
Because that looked ridiculous.
That looks good.
Okay, so I definitely do noticing it be a bit more stuttery when I have frame generation on. You see my low there. I will reset it. It does seem to occasionally have quite a big spike in the frame time. Next 5 years. Aren't they in a ton of debt, though? How are they paying for that? Weren't they going to run out of money by like this end of this year or something? And yet now they're building like an, what is it, 800 million or something stadium. Could United play Tottenham in the Europa finals? Yes, I believe so. They're on the opposite sides of the draw, aren't they? I think. Am I right in think? I think so. So they could, if they both win all their games, then they'll meet in the final. Pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Shit. Sorry.
Which we obviously know. We know what's going to happen when, you know, Tottenham are going to absolutely ruin United. There's going to be United fans all over just crying. I'm going to have to go up to London and I'm going to have to find Treble Champ and I'm going to have to buy him a beer and calm him down. He's going to be an absolute bit. United 7 Spurs. No, but let's be real. I think Spurs have an insane record against United, I swear, in like the last 4 or 5 games. I swear Tottenham have won every single one, haven't they? They've not lost. They might have drawn 1 or 2. Oh, no, actually, I lie. Didn't we lose the one before? No. Wait, we beat you in the... We beat you, was it 1-0 in the Prem, and then before that it was 4-0, wasn't it? In the Prem? We might have lost the one before that. I can't remember. Either way, we're still going to win. I don't think Tottenham will get to the final, though, so it's not going to happen. I think Tottenham will be lucky to get to the final. The only hope is that a lot of the players are back.
I'll make my way around. Look, they're here. Tess.
That's the only saving grace, is that it looks like we might have most of our players, but...
Tess.
So at 1080p, you know, breaking 400, average of 350, so that's pretty insane. I, for me personally, would never play this game like this. I'd at most drop down to 1440p. There's no need for me to have 350 average FPS. Because my monitor only does 144. We beat you always amazes me that. Oh, what the way. Yeah, it's like, the thing is it's ingrained in you. Or it was me. I inherited the Tottenham support from my dad when I was like, I don't even remember not supporting Tottenham. That's probably how young I was. It becomes a part of you. Sometimes it's, I wish it wasn't. It's the history of the Tottenham. Albert Einstein, what? Yeah, he might have said that, to be fair. He was pretty smart. That saying, it was the history of the Tottenham, and the Ange one of I always win a second trophy. Those words will haunt me. How many of these shivs have I got? Chefing them up. Chef him. Alright, I think we're good. What's going on here, bruv? Backhand.
I'm fine. Guys, get in here! The girl.
What's she shooting at? I don't like this weapon, this pistol. Well, that got a bit spicy, didn't it? So, any other settings we want to see whilst I'm at 1080p? Could maybe switch. I'll just have frame generation on, but we'll switch the FSR scaling. So, we've still got frame generation on here. We'll still get probably pretty ridiculous FPS. But in terms of quality, like, what does that look like? So I think probably still looks pretty good. Have I watched The Walking Dead? No. Have you? It's too many series and stuff. Like, it's way too much of a commitment for me. So I do think FSR, having FSR on was actually dropping my GPU usage quite a lot. Because switching that off, I'm back up to 99% and my CPU is back down under 70% usage now as well. It's not 80 anymore, so I do think that was making it quite CPU heavy there. I should, it's long, but it's not worth it. Ah, it's just too long though. The issue is I'll watch like one episode and then won't watch it again for like 6 months. That's the issue. A lot of series I have to be able to just binge it in one go, otherwise I just lose track of it. Have we got to get over there? I think we haven't we? Maybe try some render scale with FSR. Yeah, no, I just had FSR quality on. We did just have that on. I can try maybe balanced as well. Have a look at that. I switched it off at the moment just to see what it looked like with just frame gen.
All right. Now watch your step as you're going out, because it's going to be a little...
The new Daredevil. Yeah, I don't really watch series, to be honest, that much. The last series I watched was Last of Us.
So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out.
And then, yeah, even before that, I haven't really watched.
Can't deny that view.
I don't really watch much, to be honest. I did want to watch. I was quite into that Lord of the Rings one. I forget what it's called, but I haven't seen the second one. I've seen the first series, but I haven't seen the second one.
Almost done. Stay focused.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm more of a movie guy. Not even that, to be honest. I watch the occasional movie, more so recently. But don't really watch that many, to be honest. I like watching horror movies.
It's right around this corner. Come on.
Like, if you ask me to watch a horror movie, I'll watch it. I don't know why. I just like those. Or more so, I like not just out and out gore horror. I quite like mystery thriller horror type thing where there's a bit of a story. It can be terrifying, but if there's a bit of a story to it, I don't mind.
There we go.
I'll switch some FSR if we may debalance now, if we want to see that and see what quality's like with that. And then we'll switch back to 4K in a bit. What's it under? Scaling mode, we could do balanced. Should look pretty good, really. I think quality and balance look fine. 1080p. If anything, look a little better than even with it switched off, just because the anti-aliasing I think looks quite good. And I still the difference between 60 and 90.
Can't swim.
It
looks like it's shallow on the right side. Follow me.
I mean, 60 and 90... If you saw it side by side, you could probably tell, but it'd be a lot harder to tell. Between 60 and 120, yeah, because that's twice as many frames per second on your screen. Like, that's quite a big difference when you actually think about it. It'd be like for me, between 30 and 60, you can absolutely tell the difference between those two, and that's double. Last of Us Part 2. Yeah, it's coming out actually beginning of April on PC.
No. No, no, no.
Yeah, I think it comes. I think it comes out April 4th or 5th or something. It's like actually quite soon. Because it's coming out a similar time to the series.
Something to tell us where they were going.
You can Google it.
As far as it needs to go. Where was this lab of theirs?
April 3rd. But it's actually really not that long.
What are we doing here?
And then I think the series is somewhere around there as well, isn't it?
About me.
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's
April 13th on the series, so
this is our chance.
It is over, Tess.
they did that on part 1. This came out similar to the series, didn't it?
Let's just go home.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my last stop.
What?
I meant make the game render on higher resolution.
You going on?
No, don't touch me.
Holy shit. She's infected.
Oh, you mean like use something like DSR?
Joel,
Let me see.
I didn't mean for this.
Show it to me.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, what's it called for AMD though?
Oh Christ!
What's the DSR equivalent for AMD?
Right?
Oh no, in this game actually, what render scale do you want me to put it on? 120 or something? 150?
I was bitten an hour ago, and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
Has my card got same idle clock
Yes, you
going
are.
to 0 without load?
There's enough here that you have to
Has my card got the same idle clock going to 0? So what, when you're just doing nothing, it goes to 0? I haven't measured it.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just
I haven't measured any metrics when it's idle, so I'd have to check.
One of those things. Come on. Make this easy for me.
Virtual super resolution, okay. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Ellie,
150, okay.
get a move on.
Yeah, I shouldn't actually. I mean, you can actually do it in game. I forgot you can change the render scale, can't you? I mean, I could do that now. How would that work if? I mean, do you want FSR quality on as well? How do you normally run it? Like for you personally? Oh wait, it would need to be off, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm being stupid. So you put this to 200. I can't actually do 150. I could do 160. Oh, my overlay is tiny. Fluid motion frames. It won't. You won't see the. We won't be able to measure the FPS though, because MSI Afterburner doesn't pick the motion frames, so the FPS won't change.
What the fuck?
And
Can't believe we did that.
I can measure it through AMD, but I can't capture it with OBS. They block it. It can only be done through a video. I can't do it on a live stream. Oh, I could enable it, but it'll look exactly the same to you, though.
We'll go upstairs. How do I get out from there?
So I think this looks pretty good. I mean, I'm still getting 170 here. It's set to 160.
Just keep pushing forward.
300 FPS. When we had that, we had frame generation on.
Copy that.
Oh my god.
You, take out the door. You, with me.
Yes, sir.
You can't remember what happens here. Does she turn into a zombie? Well, you can see down there she's died. In the series, though, actually, I won't say because I don't know if people haven't watched it. I won't say. It's a little different, isn't it, I think?
We should move.
Pretty sure there's a setting in Adrenaline to let OBS capture. Okay, I'll have to look. I couldn't get it working. You might maybe be talking about the OBS setting to capture third-party. Is that what you're talking about? You might be talking about that. Allow third-party applications. But if you are referring to that, it doesn't work. That doesn't work with AMD for some reason. Works with NVIDIA, but not AMD for that one. I didn't want to get in a shootout here. What's this guy doing? I couldn't grab him. I couldn't grab him. Is ray tracing on? It doesn't have really conventional ray tracing. It has real-time reflections in the... it's sort of trying to mimic ray tracing in a way within the game engine. It's not really traditional ray tracing in that sense. So yeah, did we want to maybe see? Do you want to see 200 as well? I think it looks alright. You can still get decent performance with that. It does use quite a lot of VRAM. We're at like 13 here, almost 40. Well, actually, we're using 14.5 here now in the game. Let me get a new gun here, but that's dropped my FPS by 40 to 50 FPS there. So at 1080p, you still get really nice FPS.
What do we do? Joel?
I got this.
Joel, look.
Do I even try and be stealthy? Because it always ends terribly for me.
Stay with me, come on. Yeah, I heard it too. Eyes peeled.
Oh no, not two of them. No. That's not going to work, is it?
What's over there?
Nothing.
Oh my god. I was hoping he was going to turn around. Move, move.
You got me. Okay.
Holy shit.
If you record OBS, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never been able to get the AMD overlay to work unless I can record it and it's fine, but to live stream, it just doesn't capture for some reason. I'll maybe have another look at it, but I can never get it working. It only works when I record, like you say. So I can do it in a video, but it's just I can enable it on stream. It's just with MSI in this current setup right now, it won't make a difference to the FPS won't be recorded there. And then, yeah, the overlay for some reason doesn't work for me in OBS. Probably get that guy. Oh.
All right, listen. You don't need to do this.
No, you're getting rear naked choked, mate. You couldn't get into Last of Us. Didn't like the gameplay, but fair enough. I mean, not everyone's into, you know, it's not for everyone. It is a good game, in my opinion, but I'm sure there's games... There's definitely... I mean, there's games I don't like, personally, you know. Why is it consuming 40 gig? Oh, it's because at the moment we were just testing out render scale. So it's consuming like way more VRAM than it normally would. We're rendering way higher than 1080p. This is 1080p at this point. I'm not even sure what would we be rendering at 200. That'd be 1440p. That'd be 4K, wouldn't it? I think that would be 4K. This is 1080p render. Now, so from 100 FPS to 260. $4K, yeah, I believe it was 4K. Did it actually say... Sorry, I keep pausing this a lot. It might have actually said Did it say up here? I didn't actually even notice. Let me look. Yeah, it does. Oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice that. But yeah, it was at 4K at 200. 3840 by 2160. I didn't even notice that. What's this guy up to? I think he's the last one, so I could probably just shoot. Might as well. Because...
Alright, come on.
How much VRAM? Realistically, I'd probably need to restart here after messing around with the settings. 1080p was actually in parts under sort of 10 gig, really. It's probably going to be slightly higher here just because it probably needs to restart after messing around. 4K was sort of like 14 gig, really. 1440p, I think, was about 12, 13 in that region.
What are we doing? Joel, how are we going to get out of here?
We're gonna go through that hall. Stay down. I don't know how many more there are.
Shall we? Let's switch back to 4K. Switch back to that for a little bit, and I'll have to head off shortly. So we'll just play through a bit more. To at the end, we'll go back to 4K just so we get the best quality. The overlay will be quite small. Increase that a little bit. Is that maybe a bit too small? I never want it to be too big because sometimes a bit distracting from the game. So at the moment, let's just run through settings. What are we at now? So I'm at 4K, but I think... Okay, so we've got frame generation on. So bear in mind, at 1080p just then, we did have frame generation on. For some reason, I thought we were at... We didn't. I'll just go fully native, no scaling, no frame generation at 4K, but all the graphics maxed. How did 1080p at 200 look? I mean, 4K definitely looks better than that 1080p set to 200, but it's going to look a bit skewed on my screen because I am on a 4K screen, so... Even if I drop the resolution to 1080, it's going to look worse than it would do on like a 1080p native screen, if that makes sense. So even though I was rendering higher, I'm still at 1080 on a 4K screen, which is really kind of skewing the image quality, I guess.
Don't be stupid.
You have 1,100 hours? Sheesh. Would you just keep playing through it?
Damn it. We're being hunted. Run out.
You had the world record on the 9950X3D. Sheesh. Well, you better get back on it. Pump those numbers up. Get that overclock out. Push it more. Get that liquid nitrogen cooling.
Me either.
Get it in a cryo chamber.
Won't buy you anything.
You don't touch grass, you touch snow. Now, that could mean one of two things, really. That could mean snow as in, like, actual snow, or that could mean snow as in, like, you know, hey. It's snowing in them toilets.
Got anything? Nah, man, I got nothing.
Not the disco. Oh, not the disco snow. Not the Colombian snow, but the winter snow, the winter English snow, huh? Oh God.
You kill me.
Shelton, hello. Long stream. Well, we're 3 hours. Yeah, I mean, pretty. Yeah, it's probably about normal. Be on for a little bit longer, maybe.
Joel.
I'd ideally like to try and complete this game again before the new one comes out, but I don't know if I'll have time. Tanjiro, hello.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, get me out of here. So you're seeing here, areas like this at 4K, it's still mostly holding 60, some dips under though, 55. Which you can sort of understand, because it's going to be fairly heavy, this area, but it looks really good.
Stay low.
This is native, bearing in mind. We could also actually, seeming as I've actually got it in the tile, might as well put the FSR 4 on, really. That's actually with native AA as well, because I do notice quite a performance hit with that on before, so... Nah, it's actually about the same here, isn't it? I did notice before the FSR native AA did seem to bring my FPS down quite a bit. Doesn't actually look... maybe a little bit better here, but not as much as other areas. Oh, I didn't change... Oh, I didn't change the text on the screen. No. We weren't at 1080p. We were at 4K. I've had a shocker. Still says 1080p. Yeah, sorry. See, I knew it's just going to happen all the time, but... I need something to remind me. Like, how could I do it where it reminds me to change it on the screen? I'm going to have to code something up. Can I code something in, like, OBS? Because I'm showing that in OBS. Can I automate this in some way? Or even if I could add it to... Is there a way in MSI you know what, like, resolution you're at? I'll have to look into it. I could code it so it just automatically does it, so I don't have to remember. What was I doing? FSR 4, set it to quality. Leave it like FSR 4 quality here, so you're not really going to notice too much image quality difference here. That water looks really good. MSI is tied to sensors. Yeah, no, I know, but I wonder if something through River Tuner, because you can hook games, can't you? And I wonder if there's some way in which, you know, I'm not saying there is. I'm just purely like spitballing ideas. If there's something there, you can retrieve what resolution the game's being captured at. You know, I don't know, or even in OBS. Like there must be something in OBS that I can find somewhere that knows the res it's capturing at or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas of like, even if in OBS I could have it automated to it knows what resolution the game is being captured in or whatever. Like if I could automate that, then it could do it automatically and I wouldn't have to worry. If you see what I mean. Settings, FSR 4 currently, yeah, 4K, FSR 4 quality, with all the graphics maxed.
There's a soldier over there.
Copy that. How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
There's a registry tweet. Yeah, I'll have to have a look. I don't know too much about that, but I'll definitely have to look at it. That'll make things easier. You can do it through HW info current display mode. There we go then. Can't say I've ever seen that, but that's exactly what I need. Let me write it down. 'Cause I'm not even sure, but that'll point me in the right direction. I'm gonna get seen. Or I'm writing it down. Who's seeing me? Oh god. And just add it to... Well, yeah, if it's in HW info, I can just add it to... I can just add it along with all my other settings here, because my CPU settings here are from HW info, so...
What the hell?
Shouldn't... maybe it's not that complicated. NVIDIA show DLSS indicator. What's that, though? I don't know. That wouldn't probably work in this scenario because I've got no DLSS. Don't know what the AMD... Oh, I see what you mean. I just see your other message. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it might be maybe something else, FSR. Something, the file path. But yeah, I'll have to have a look. That'll make... Yeah, that's the thing. It might get complicated to show resolution when I start using FSR and stuff, though. That's the only complication, isn't it? Because you're rendering at a different resolution, so I don't know if that maybe breaks things. We'll see, though. How does it run it in 4K native FSR quality? So at the moment, this is FSR 4 quality. We're getting about 70 to 80. Native is a bit closer to 60, really. It's more like 60, 65 in this area.
We'll figure something out.
Because this definitely is a little bit heavier than some of the other areas. You can see up to like 70 to 80 really at native, but it depends on the area. Some of these areas are quite tough to run. Why is my stream not at 4K? Because 4K, there's a huge amount of delay on a 4K live stream. It's not really that great for live streaming. I don't want to add an insane amount of delay to the stream, otherwise it kind of ruins the engagement, really, of when I, you know, able to interact with you. It's too much latency on it. Victor, thanks. Half-Life 2, yeah, RTX it is coming. Is that coming? It's the 18th, I think, is it? Which is a bit of a shame, because I'll be able to play Assassin's Creed Shadows on that day, early. So what I'll probably do is, I'll check out Assassin's Creed, and then maybe the day after I'll check out Half-Life. I might switch to the 5090 for that at first. Maybe have a look at it on that. But I can definitely have a look at it on this as well. Do I have a VR headset? No, I don't, unfortunately. No, I do want to maybe try and get one at some point, because I really want to play Star Citizen with a VR headset. Has anyone ever played that? I feel like that game would be nuts on a VR headset. And I don't know, Quest, that's not too expensive. It's like 400, 500 maybe. Well, I mean, I say that, there's still quite a lot of money. Of course, but compared to I just dropped like £2 on a 5090. That's cheap. I'll ditch my 5090 and get a Quest. Playing Shadows as well, nice.
Hey, look, about Tess.
Yeah, is it actually out? Is it
I don't even know
out for the Ubisoft partner program yet? I didn't look. I've got a approve for a code, but I haven't actually even. The embargo's on the 18th, I think. Until then, you can't post anything. But I didn't get anything installed yet.
And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Sure.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
Good. Now there's a town.
You haven't tried it, the Quest 3.
Miles north of here.
I have played Elite Dangerous as well, actually, but I've played Star Citizen way more, and I've played it fairly. I play Star Citizen like fairly frequently at the moment when I get a chance. It is good fun. It's just a little bit buggy, isn't it? So I don't know what that'd be like in VR. It might be quite buggy. But I thought it'd be pretty immersive and kind of cool to see it, you know?
It'd be faster to go through here.
Thanks for the 1080p benchmark. Just went back to watch it. Eric, no worries. Yeah, the game. I recommend this game, absolutely.
Yeah. Never walked in the woods.
If you've never played it before, it's great.
Why don't you just take me back to Marlene?
If she was up to the task, why'd she drop you off on us?
Well, maybe she's better now.
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. Because I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
You play Star Citizen frequently. Nice. Did you see the is it 4.1 update or the like trailer for it at least? That looks pretty good.
Real fireflies.
Yeah, I see that.
Sorry. I lost myself for a sec.
How does it play on 9070 AC? It plays okay. I try to drop it down though. I drop it down to 1440p and even 1080p sometimes, just so I can still max it out. But it can be a little bit stuttery, but it's because I just think it's the game as opposed to like the GPU. I had the worst time when I used to be on Intel CPUs because I used to have to disable E-cores, otherwise the game's just super stuttery for me. It's much better on my 3D CPU, but a little hard to tell sometimes with that game if it's the game or if it's me, you know? Because the servers as well seem sometimes quite laggy. It's like very hard to tell sometimes actually what the issue is. And like how much I can actually do to make it run okay. And bear in mind, this is with FSR 4 quality on as well, and the quality is insane. Not going to notice any difference here between this and native, really.
Hey, you, Bill.
Where do you usually meet him?
Huh? Different places.
You've never been here, have you?
I know this is where he lives, but no, I ain't never been here personally.
And that smoke, you think that's him?
Sure as hell better be.
Well, let's go check it out then.
All right, come on. Down here.
I remember there's zombies down here.
Step. It's a good drop.
I think there's one in here if I remember. Yeah, there is. Just smash back a dish. Wait, what, takeaway? You can get takeaway of that? I never had that once. I had it in Manchester. That is so good, that food. The restaurant in general was crazy. I didn't know you could get takeaway, though.
Through here.
Am I streaming with AV1? No, I'm streaming with the NVENC.
Are you all right?
I'm trying to learn how to whistle.
You don't know how to whistle.
It doesn't sound like I know how to whistle.
Wait, what do I need? See, you got to make sure you get some of these doors because there'll be loads of resources behind here.
Cool.
Can't even collect any of that. And probably... We'll probably craft more stuff. Does it have coil wine? No. No, it seems fine. Not had any coil wine at all. Dish room kitchen, so you can get that takeaway. Damn, I don't even know... I don't even think there's any of those restaurants down south.
Here, boost me up.
Like, at all. I don't even... The closest one to me is probably London.
No, that's not such a good idea.
Well, I can't boost you up. How else are we gonna open it?
All right. Give me your foot. Now, just open it. Nothing else.
Sure thing.
Careful.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Ta-da!
Good job.
Thank you.
Look at that. The graphics are crazy.
Let's say we get a car from this buddy of yours. Then what?
Well, then we go find Tommy.
Marlene said he's your brother?
And more importantly, he was a firefly.
Have a look around. I don't actually think I ever looked back here. I wonder if there's any resources and stuff.
He lives far from here, which is why we need the car.
There is stuff over here.
Hey, look! Gnomes.
Yeah, those are gnomes.
One in King's Cross in like the, what's it called? The coal yard or whatever.
I always thought they were super cute.
Yeah, I think I've actually, what's it called? Coal drop yard or something. That whole new area. I think I think I've been past that actually. So look at this here. Look at the graphics. And this is still with FSR 4 quality on, so you're really not going to notice any difference in the quality of the image here between this and native, but we have gained about sort of 20 FPS compared to native. At native 4K would be at sort of 65 here, really. 65, maybe 70 at best, so a 15 to 20 FPS increase.
Quarantine zone. See, some places got a heads up before.
But overall, really impressed by that.
Most didn't.
Man, must be hard. Just
So I know I said 14 gig earlier, but at 4Ks at the moment it's 12.4 gigs of VRAM, so that's not that bad in this area.
anybody else?
Got 16, so obviously that's not really an issue.
Just him.
Does this game have path tracing? No. Now, is it this way down here? There's a tripwire.
Jesus.
Damn, bruh.
Oh, Nelly. What the hell was that?
That would be one of Bill's traps.
Your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
That's putting it lightly.
What's the deal with this guy?
Well,
You can't book it.
helped us smuggle
Oh,
stuff
right.
into
Is it like it's like Nando's?
He knows how to find things.
Well, let's hope we don't blow up trying to find him.
Just watch your step.
South to Brazil? What does that mean? Does that mean hello from Brazil? I'm going to guess that means that. If it does mean that, hello. What time is it in Brazil?
All right.
Cool.
Are we talking Rio? Oh, we get the bow and arrow, don't we?
Nice. Bill good with a bow?
I reckon he is. Come here. We can use this to get over.
So I think it's 750 watt power supply is enough for this GPU. What's it recommends? Probably 850, is it? What's your CPU?
Let me use that. I'm a pretty good shot with that.
Should be more than enough, really. I mean, even if you max this out, we're at 330.
Armed. Cover each other.
I don't think
750 should be fine, yeah. I think realistically the recommend is probably 850, but 750 will be fine. Italy is 930. Yeah, you're not on. You're only an hour ahead of me.
here. We can actually use this.
Where are we talking about in Italy? Whereabouts? I've never really ventured. I've been to Milan in Italy. That's it. And I've been to like the really close in Italy with the border with like south of France. I was on holiday in the south of France and we went over to Italy for like a day.
It's all clear. Come on up.
I want to go to Rome though, but just never ventured there. It's 5:30 PM in Brazil. Oh, okay. That's not too bad. Now we have actually. How do we use the bow? I'm gonna get this in the head. Bit of a stutter there when I pulled the bow out. Look at that.
Now listen. Bill ain't exactly the most stable.
Florence and Venice.
individuals. So when we get there,
Oh, also, what's the area in Italy which is on the west bottom side, that's really picturesque, and all the
Gotta be clear on this.
TikTokers go or whatever.
You don't take too kindly to strangers.
And it has all the houses on the on like really close to the water and the kind of cliff. What's that? That I can't think of the name of that area. That looks really cool. That looks really nice. Where am I from? I'm from the Ensmush. I'm from England. Amalfi, yeah, that's it. How do you say that? Amalfi Coast. Amalfi Coast. That's what it is, isn't it? Is that too, like, Instagrammy, though, if you know what I mean? Is it just full of people Instagramming? Or whatever you would call that.
Yeah.
Shit, you're gonna go in there?
I want to see what we can find.
You're gonna find my body when I die from a heart attack.
Don't worry.
Frame generation isn't on at the moment, just FSR 4 quality. Look at the light coming through there. Look how good that looks. Whoa, what the hell? No! Oh my god. Damn.
Jeez. That thing scared the shit out of
You got a 13900K, nice.
While we're here, let's search the place.
What do I think could be the problem? You got a heating problem. You have a 360 AIO. But I don't reduce performance core to 40 from 55. What are you doing on it when it's hitting that temperature, though? I don't reduce performance core to 40 from 55 and efficient 1 to 30 from 50.
How the hell would I know?
What are you doing when it's that temperature? You're just playing games? Lake Como. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, I haven't really seen that much of Italy, really, to be honest. I have been there, but it's always been on really short trips. I need to actually go on a holiday there for like a week or two and actually sightsee a bit. You've got 88 degrees at idle temperature. I mean, you definitely have something wrong. Is the... You know, you've obviously got thermal paste on the CPU. Like, what kind of spread is that like? You haven't got... Is it a brand new cooler? You haven't got the, like, plastic on the pump, like, head of you or something? Or, like, what's the fans... Like, do you know the temperature of the actual, you know, liquid? What's the temperature of that if you're recording stuff?
Look at this. All right, stand back.
All right. Oh, shit. Those things are kind of awesome.
There's one way to do it.
Damn, bro. What's going on here?
Jesus. All right, watch your step.
Oh, you can actually just chuck this like this. That's easy.
Well,
Oh, I remember this scene. Get ready. Get ready. Yeah, it is that. It is this scene. Get ready. Reset and repaste the core. Yeah, it definitely sounds like maybe there's an issue with it actually, like the contact between the like pump head and the CPU. That sounds like if you're idle 88, that's crazy. Even like a fan air cool would be better than that. It sounds like the contact between the CPU to me.
Okay.
Or the pump's not working. Like, is the pump actually working? Sounds to me like maybe the pump can't, like, isn't working. Something's not right. I mean, to bring the temperature down, you could try and undervolt it. Like, but you've obviously got problems there if it's idling like that.
Just tend to the rope.
But if you need a quick fix, you could try undervolting. It might bring the temperature down a bit. If it's like turning itself off or something.
I'm going as fast as I can.
Wonder if he means 88 Fahrenheit. Yeah, good point. Are you talking Celsius or Fahrenheit? This is not looking good, bruv.
Hey, Tom, Ellie.
Hold on.
Didn't realize you could actually shoot those ones that far.
You all right?
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it. Damn it.
Come on. It's not cutting.
Just hurry. Hell up, you son of a bitch!
Damn, bro, my shooting's way off.
Hurry, they're getting closer.
Hurry up! Whoa.
Get off your ass on your feet. Which way? All right, run, Ellie.
Where do we run? This way?
Bill, come on.
We need ammo.
Bill, they're coming to the door. Take them out. That's our only way through. Ellie, stay back. Stay back.
Oh god, it's bad. My shooting's terrible right now.
All right, come on, we're almost there. Follow me.
I'm running. Leave him. Big stutter there, look at that.
That was close. Thanks for the heroics and all. Ellie. Hey, what are you... Joel?
Bill.
What are you doing?
Bill. Turn around and get on your knees.
Calm down.
You reduce the cores from 55 to 40,
Don't test me.
and it halves the temp.
Any bites? Oh. Anything sprouting?
Oh, God damn it, I'm clean.
I mean, the 3900K does run hot, but there definitely seems like, I don't know, you'll have to troubleshoot and try and locate as to, like, why it's idling like that. It doesn't... How much power is it using when it's 88 degrees? It sounds like something's not working. Like, it's not being cooled. That's really what it sounds like.
I owe Joel some favors.
Because it could maybe hit that in a game if you're doing something crazy, or if you were, like, cinebenching it. But to have that at idle when there's nothing going on, it doesn't make sense.
If I had one that works, which I sure as hell don't.
Unless your cooler's not working.
Huh? Yeah, sure, Joel. Go ahead. Take my card. Take all my food, too, while you're at it.
By the looks of it, you could lose some of that food.
Listen to me, you little shit.
No, fuck you! You handcuffed me.
I need you to shut up. All right?
Whatever favors you think I owe you ain't worth that much.
Actually, Bill, they are.
Well, it don't matter, because I don't have a car that works.
But there is one in this town.
Parts. There are parts in this town.
Meaning that you could fix one up.
All right. If I'm gonna do this, there's some gear I'm gonna need.
All right.
It's on the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs. But after this, I owe you nothing.
That's fine. A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
Good. Follow me. Whole goddamn town's booby trapped. Best stay right on my ass.
Can't miss it.
Knock it off.
All right. Whatever supplies you may want or need, I suggest you grab them.
All right, thank you. Ellie, take a look around, see if there's anything.
He's back at 88, even though you had 40 to 50. Oh, are you sure? How are you actually measuring? Like, what are you using to measure the temp? Look at the lighting coming in through here. Look at that. But I'm gonna have to end it there. Unfortunately, I need to go smash down this pasta bake, chicken and cheese. Shee. Eat like 2,000 calories. It's been fun playing this through though. I'll try and maybe play this a bit more and see if we can do a quick playthrough before the part 2 comes out. That might be a cool little transition. But I'm not sure if I'll be streaming tomorrow or not. It depends how much time I've got. If I am, I'll schedule the stream and it'll be the similar time to today. But if not, I'll be back on Monday and I'll check Stalker 2. Either way, like no matter what happens next game, we'll check Stalker 2 out. And then hopefully we'll have Assassin's Creed and stuff to be able to play through the new game of that. So that should be pretty good. So if you're not subscribed and you want to check any of that out, make sure to subscribe and you'll see when I go live. But if I don't see you before Monday, have a good rest of your weekend and I'll catch you later.